back. It comes off his shoulder and goes back. I mean, we see so often that they call knock on for that. If it was the Titans, I think it would have challenged, but then would have the bunk had gone with the official ruling? I don't know.
Potentially, but yeah, big call. I like the edge back rowers, Zano, the power back rowers, Leilua and Sua. They're both powerful players, and they're going to give a little bit of grief to the Titans, especially if they keep turning the ball over inside their 20.
So this gives the Dragons a scrum, 15 out in centre field. Atkinson feeds, taken off the back by Cook, gives to Atkinson left side. He's got defenders in front of him, and Atkinson is put down by the one-on-one defence there of Jojo Fafita. Dragons out on the left. Tui Pilato feeds it infield to the right. Cook onto Flanagan, and now a straightening run from Sele. Hame Sele for St George Illawarra. Thighs pumping, couple of post contact meters, only 9 metres out. First scoring opportunity for the Dragons, and they get a wavy fisty. A fresh set as Laurie charges forward. No ping from the PA though, so bloke's got to get onto that on the bell, let everyone know. Now left-hand side, Cook giving on to Flanagan, feeds it to the straightening run of Sele, and he runs into 3 defenders. Hame Sele is put on his back, 5 to the left of the uprights, and 2 metres from the goal line. No score early on at Rabina, as Cook looks blindside, gives it on to Leilua, but he runs into Tino, wraps him up. Strong tackle from the Titans captain. Leilua plays it. Cook passes right in centre field through Sele on to Flanagan. Quick hands, Holmes to the edge, gives it to Sloan. Welcome back, Tyrell Sloan, as he goes over in the right corner for the Dragons, and they get the opening try after 3.5 minutes.
And there might be a play being sent here. Philip Sami has absolutely rolled over Val Holmes like it was a bad tackle. You'll hear more about this, trust me.
Yeah, I saw it in the periphery, Zane, but I had to follow the ball with Holmes giving the last pass. Billy Moore, did you see it?
I actually did it as well. Yes, he's got a bit of trouble there without a Sammy, but down watching the replay, Sammy, you may be going for a little bit of
through the horizontal, a tipping tackle. It wasn't a spear tackle, but it certainly tipped him through the horizontal after the pass had been given.
Besides that, it shows the Achilles heel of the Titans' inability to defend mistakes. It was a doubtful mistake by Kitty, but anyway, simple fact is they had to make 6 tackles and they couldn't. They were stripped tackle 4 by a shift from their left to right by the Dragons. Great finish by Sloan. Defensively, he's got frailties, but ball in hand, he's an exciting player.
And I just thought the referees had a quick chat to each other there, Zano.
And Tino ran up to the referee as well, but yeah, I think they're going to let him go. Geez, it looked bad here live, but obviously it must have been so bad on the video. And look, what about Tyrell Sloan? Unbelievable, guys. 7 tries now in 6 games against the Gold Coast. Incredible record.
And Val's okay because he's out there getting ready to convert the try, or try and convert it, so perhaps I've just let that go. But certainly Phil Sami, well, around the news of him heading to the Dragons on a 3-year deal. He's still, of course, a Titan for 2026. Val Holmes, 28 metres out, hard on the eastern touchline. Nice strike, converts the try. The Dragons are away at Rabina. They lead by 6 points to 0. Earlier, it was the Sharks over the Raiders, 34-22. Quentin Hull, Billy Moore and Zane Bojack with you for the final game of round 4. Keep your messages rolling in. The text number 0467 920 222 0467 920 222. And already Grimesy's on the text saying, "G'day Q and team, welcome to Spoon Bowl for 2026." That's a bit harsh, Grimesy.
Well,
we're only a month into the season.
Last year, the Titans had the worst defence in the competition. As I said, no resilience early on at home. Your first game, that's something they've got to improve in this game and the whole of the season 26.
Laurie, the first carry, second carry from Sue R, and they're 22 metres from their own line, the Dragons. That being said, Billy, you're not a regular roller coaster rider here with us.
Sorry, I'm a apprentice.
You've got to know that what happens in the first 3 minutes has generally got nothing to do with what happens in the last 3 minutes here, because we're going to be going to left, right, up, down, east, west, north, south, and everywhere in between. From heaven to hell, that's what happens when you come to the footy at Rabina. As here are the Dragons up towards halfway. They shift it right as the pass is given there from Atkinson to that right edge, but good defence from Fermor in the face of Suar to stop him. Cook passes to Atkinson at the end of the set. He puts up a high bomb which will come down 20 metres out. Kinney catches that one, gets nailed immediately by Val Holmes. Well-timed tackle. Kenny is okay. He plays it on his 20. And now Fafita comes into the line and has a bit of a run. In fact, that's Fiamani. Siali Fiamani, midway goal line and halfway. He's a bit sore after getting up to play that. And Kenny jumps out of dummy half, and there's a penalty to the Dragons. Against... Now, what did the Titans do there? I was following Kenny.
Yeah, me too. It looks like he's a Verrills. He grabbed hold of a defender. Somehow impeded.
So we're getting a replay.
Yeah, he's in the ruck.
Oh, he stood in the wrong spot.
Yeah, caught in the wrong spot.
Sam Verrills.
He was so quick. He caught Verrills out of position.
So it's an obstruction.
And the key thing is, can they defend this set of 6 now?
As the Dragons take the tap. Laurie with the first carry, 20 out and slightly left-hand side. 6-0 already to the Dragons. Cook passes right. Atkinson gives it to Gutherson, holds it, pops it up for the inside line there of Su'ar, but he can't get through. 20 in from touch on the right, 10 metres out, running to the northern end. Cook left and centre field with the pass to Atkinson. Gives it on to Selle. Little change of direction there, but Selle's got 3 defenders around him. And he's put down, but the Dragons again only 6 metres out. They already lead 6-0. Cook to the left. Gives it on to Flanagan with a dummy and straighten, but he's dragged down by the tackle of Ho. 5 out. Wavy Fisty though, another 6 coming up here as Laurie's put on his back near the goal line. Someone get the ping guy. He hasn't been doing the ping. He hasn't turned up for work. Now to the right, Atkinson's ball to Su'ar on the right edge. Good tackle made by Brimson a couple of metres out. Penalty goes to the Dragons though. Zeno, can you go find a school principal in the crowd and borrow their school bell?
Do you want me to do a cue? Can I do it?
Well, the ping guy's not here.
I'll do it for you.
Zeno, that was pretty good. Actually, you can have the job.
I'll have another go. Ding, ding. Is that all what you want, Q?
Yeah.
Well, they're on their heels here, the Titans. Can they survive this onslaught?
Gula with a straightening hit up. He's only 5 metres out under the black dot, so the Dragons not going for the 2. They're rolling the dice as, again, Laurie, who started strongly, charges into the defence. There's 3 men there to stop him, just left of the uprights. 5 from the northern end goal. Cook passes right. Dummy from Flanagan gives it right to Atkinson. Second man, Gutherson feeds the wing for Sloan, but he's shut down. Sloan is shut down by Phil Sami on that defensive left edge. So out in the right for the Dragons, they bring it back to centre field. Atkinson's got it, gives it to Cook. He doesn't really know what to do with it. Pass to the centre of the field, and Flanagan's wrapped up by a good aggressive tackle from Jaden Campbell. Centre field 15 out. Cook passes the Dragons to the left. It's given from Atkinson to the inside line of Leilua. Luch Leilua put down on 5. 9 metres from the Titans line. Dragons to the right. Cook gives the pass. Flanagan through Gustafson, hands to Holmes, intercept Phil Sami. He took 2 grabs at it. Now he's just got to run 90 metres. And even if you're Lockie Kennedy, even if you're Gowcat, you're not running him down from there. Phil Sami goes 90. And the now Titan-to-be soon Dragon scores first for the Titans tonight against the Dragons.
Is that roller coaster you were talking about?
Mate, this is just the first of many turns. Welcome to Rabina. 6-4 Dragons kick to come.
Well, I talked about the Titans been on their heels. They conceded a try, but they had basically not had the ball, I think, outside of their 30. They'd been camped down there. They gave away a couple of penalties, I think 3 repeat sets of 6, and they defended stoutly, but in the end, that was going to be a try for all money, Zana, except Sammy does what he does really well. He's intuitive, read of the game, pushed all the chips on the table, went for the ball, knocked it up in the air, grabbed it, never going to be headed from there on. So well done the Titans, because they were getting absolutely peppered then. They get the chance now with a conversion here by Campbell to make it 6-all.
Now, I never played professional rugby league, Bill, and I know you didn't go to another club, but the one thing I do know is if you've signed a 3-year contract for the team you're playing against, you're going to do everything in your power to try and play as well for the club that you're at to show why you deserve that contract. So that was magnificent by Sami, but as you said, it was an all-in play. If it gets past him, Sloane's in for a double, but he got that left hand out there, he managed to knock it up and run 90 metres, Q. That was an impressive effort. I don't think he's quite as fast as Lockie Kennedy or gout, but he's still pretty quick there. The two-time State of Origin player for Queensland.
First try of the year for Philip Sami, who's nudging closer to the 150-game milestone. Game 146 for him.
Is that reception saying there's more Dragon supporters here than Titans?
Yeah, well, there's a bit of a boo for Jaden Campbell. 18 metres out, 10 in from touch on the left. There's a roar of approval from the Titans lot that are here, though. He has kicked the conversion, and we've had the turn left, now we have the turn right. See, it started in 2026 the way we love it here. It's 6-all at Rabina on NRL Sunday on ABC Sport earlier. The Sharks too good for the Raiders. 34 points to 22 in Canberra.
And particularly down that end, Bill, if you look where he was kicking from, all Dragons at that southern end, and funnily enough, his dad's grandstand in the Preston Campbell stand, there's all red shirts as well. The Dragons always turn up for Queensland games.
There's a text here which says, roller coaster Billy, you should have been issued with a helmet.
Well, inside that last set of 6, Jaden Campbell pulled off a tackle for a great stop.
Oh, Tino's dropped the ball first carry.
There's a roller coaster.
Tino and there's a bit of a dust-up. Zeno, ringside.
Yeah, well, they've all come in to try and defend Tino, and the Dragons players, including Laurie and also Gula, have got over the top of him. I think they're trying to assert their dominance. So you can see here now, Laurie's made the tackle, the ball's come out, and the players have tried to look after Tino, and I think also Leilua might have celebrated a bit much for the Titans' liking, but they're like the big tall tower with the sticks of gelignite inside. They're imploding here, the Titans. They keep giving the Dragons opportunities in their own 20.
10 metres out, centre field scrum for St George Illawarra. Given one man to the right. Atkinson almost drags 2 men over the line. Good run from Dan Atkinson. Took a good tackle from Fermor and others to stop him. Now Selle's got it. Oh, he drops it too. Did we get a text about spoon bowl? No, we shouldn't say that. And again, there's push and shove.
There's a bit of spite, good to see a bit of passion, because both these teams know this game is so important in their context for season 2026.
And guess who's involved again, Q? Blake Laurie. He's bringing a bit of spice.
He doesn't take it backward step, Mr. Laurie, does he? Good to see.
The big blocker.
Try a piece early on here. Sloan after 3.5 minutes. Sami on the intercept on 10 minutes. We're 12.5 minutes in here. It's 6-all between Gold Coast and St George Illawarra. My name's Quentin Hull. You can get in touch on 0467 920 222.
Is this an understatement? They need to complete the set of 6.
Yes, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with sort of just sometimes sticking to the obvious. They win the scrum for feeder first carry. Up is a dozen from his own line. Now Sami's in a 3-man tackle and beautifully driven back by the likes of Su R and also Gula there. Now left edge Fermor has a run for the Titans. Bo Fermor just beyond the 20. He's about 18 in from that Preston Campbell grandstand. Now Cleese Haas has got the ball for the Titans and up to the 30.
Good carry, Haas.
Into the starting team for Fodawaker, who's on the bench. Blindside, a little dummy and straightened there from Elias. Cut down on 5, a couple of metres from halfway. Last play for the Titans, and Campbell puts up a high, shallow bomb. No one wants to get under it. Tino tried to catch it and dropped it, but he was in an offside position anyway. Penalty Dragons.
Yeah, that's disappointing finish. Average kick, even worse catch.
Well, Tino was on the downtown and had absolutely no thought of getting back onside when the ball dropped on his head.
And the danger you got now is you're giving the Dragons another opportunity inside your half. They're 40 out, set of 6 coming. Q?
Oh, we got a text here, Zano. The ping's coming through the radio.
Oh, okay. We're not hearing it on our commentary.
Maybe it's us giving the ping. I think that's what they're referring to. Okay, Gula's got it. He's centre field. Don't confuse him. That's not a wavy fisty there. That's not a set restart. Gula plays at 35 out. Selle to the left, gives it on to Flanagan, and now Leilua left edge is taken. He'll get to his feet and play the ball to Cook. Passes right in centre field through Selle onto Atkinson. Floating ball to the edge for Holmes. Val Holmes is driven into the deck by a strong tackle from Elias out there, that defensive left for the Titans. Back to left and centre field. Atkinson onto Selle, who's had a good start in this game. He's held up about 8 metres from the goal line, centre field. Cook's got options either side. It's the last. Passes it through Flanagan to Leilua. Gutherson, quick hands onto Tui Pilotu for the corner. He's tackled half a metre short. And that's a handover. Desperate defence from Jojo Fafita getting across there to stop Christian Chewy Pilatu from scoring the Dragons' second try.
Well, they needed that defensively. It took 3 players to bring down the Dragons' winger. And
Offside Dragons penalty Titans.
just what they need, Zano. Piggyback penalty, kick yourself out of harm's way. Just try and get into a rhythm. Both sides, very poor completion rate. Giving away too many repeat sets of 6. They need to get on the other end of the park.
It's not a huge crowd, but they were on Liam Kennedy's back, and they finally got the penalty they want. Jojo with a strong charge cue.
Yeah, Campbell with a kick downfield, and now Jojo Fafita 5 inside Titans territory. 6 all, 24 and a half left in the first half as far as Suamala-Awi gets to halfway.
And this is the first time he's 1 metre past the halfway. The first time the Titans have been tackled inside the Dragons' half.
Beryl directs it left. Elias through the hands of Kinney to Brimson on that left edge. AJ almost through the tackle of Holmes before Sloan was able to jump on him. Holmes had taken his legs out. Now Sami runs infield for the Titans. An energetic run, and they're 20 in from the left and 22 metres from the Dragons' line. First real chance they've got, because the try, of course, was an intercept. Elias's grubber is poor, almost came off his knee. Atkinson takes it, and
Offside again.
And a penalty goes to St George Illawarra. G'day to Ben, who texts, "Hi Q and Billy, can you give a shout out to my dad? I hope he's still listening and having a cold one. Love you, Dad. Thanks for teaching me so much." From Ben. Good on you, Ben.
Great text.
0467 920 222. And Tim from Upper Caboolture says, "My pronunciation of Jaden Su'ah," the way I try and make sure that there is the pause for the apostrophe, he says it suggests a nickname for him. Pigeon. Su'ah like ooh-ah. Glenn McGrath. Okay. I don't see it, but that's a good text. Thank you.
Su'ah, Glenn McGrath. Su'ah, Glenn McGrath.
Now you've made me distracted. Hold on. There he is.
Go back into pigging, please, Zano.
Yes, Glenn McGrath plays it. 15 from halfway. That's Jaden Su'ah on that right edge. Back to centre field, and Gula is taken. Emre Gula for the Dragons. 12 inside St George Illawarra territory. 6 all in gorgeous conditions at Rabina as Laurie gains another half dozen rolling down the middle third. Last play, and the kick goes downfield from Atkinson. He kicks for distance, gets good purchase on it. Kinney catches 2 metres from the goal line. He's defending at the northern end. The fullback puts on a little stutter step before being taken in the tackle of Flanagan, and he led the kick chase there. Kinney plays it just beyond the 20. Now infield comes Fiamani. It's the only Fiamani, the Kiwi-born, another member of that Penrith system, up to the 30, and now Jojo Fafita gains 10 blindside. He's a dozen his own side of halfway for the Titans. Played to Verrills. And a good run down the middle third. Nice pace there on the run from Randall. Quick play the ball right side shift. Campbell gives it off there to Ho. Atama Ho tackled 15 in from the right. 32 out from the Dragons line. Last play. The pass goes blind side for Jaden Campbell's bomb. Gutherson reaches it, leaps at it, catches it, diffuses the bomb, takes the tackle. Dragons ball as Gutho gets to his feet to play at 20 from his own line. 18 minutes gone. It's 6 all at Rabina. Quentin Hull, Billy Moore and Zane Bojack with you for NRL Sunday on ABC Sport.
It's taken 18 minutes, Q, but that's their best set of 6 at the time. They're starting to feel their way into this game.
20 in from touch on the left and 12 from halfway as Damien Cook goes for a little scoot. Gets to his feet to play it. Now Buchanan goes forward. Hayden Buchanan into the starting team. Wearing number 19, he's centre field and 8 his own side of halfway. Now Selle with another run. He has had a really good start. Hame Selle working really hard. 3 around him to stop him. He stands and will play at 41 out. Ref Kennedy says that's 5. Last play for the Dragons. Atkinson puts up another bomb. It's a high tester for Kinney. Catches at 11 from his own line and meets the kick chase led again by Flanagan, and Kinney will play it 15 his own side of halfway. Fiamani once again coming in to do some work. Hold on, Cook is hurt. Damien Cook is reeled out of that, and the veteran number 9 has just rolled on his back for a moment. Down to you, Zane. What can you see?
I'm trying to work out whether or not he got a head clash or whether or not he's winded. He looks... He's getting up now. He's taking some water. I think maybe he might have to go for a HIA. I didn't see the collision, but yeah, he's in a bit of...
Could be friendly fire here, maybe. Oh no, he's actually
Yeah, he was winded.
winded, yeah.
Yeah,
I might actually been a little bit below the stomach, actually, he might have been touched.
Yes.
He might have been hitting the URs. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Sami almost to the 30. So great that Damien Cook's back out there. Both Fermor now charges down the left edge. A dozen from halfway, 20 in from the left. Quick play the ball. Beryl gives it on to Brimson. Brimson has got a couple around him. Atkinson takes his legs. And up top, Gula finishes him off. Played there to Beryl's. Passes to Campbell. High kick from Jayden Campbell from halfway at the end of the set. Again, Gutherson, no one really around him as he catches comfortably on his chest. A dozen from his own line. Kick return gets to the 20, where he's met by the defence led by Atamaho and also Chris Randall. Earlier, if you missed it, Sharks 34, Raiders 22. Win for Cronulla Sutherland at Canberra Stadium. Buchanan to the 30. Now it's the turn of Tui Pilatu to take the Dragons forward. Playing in more the Steelers strip than the Red V tonight. Tui Pilatu, 9 from halfway. Plays it to Cook. Oh, Leilua had a look and dropped the ball. Luch had a look as he was charging forward and he has knocked the ball on. That's a mistake from St George Illawarra just before they got to the halfway line.
It hasn't been pretty, Zano, but that's the last 2 or 3 sets of 6. You can see the Titans are building, they're putting through the kick at the end, and you can just see they started to win the arm wrestle, and now this is the chance. Scrum going down, they're 48 out from the Dragons line. Let's see what attack Kitty and Brimson in the centres. I like him being there, what they can deliver.
Well, they've got to give Brimson some early ball. I'd do it here off the scrum.
6-all the scoreline, 19 minutes remain in the first half. As, well, that's a rather conservative first play off the scrum. It's just given to Fermor for a centering hit up. And Bo Fermor, 42 out. And there's again a wavy fisting. Oh, there we yeah, just got it then. Did you hear it, Dane?
I heard it.
Very distant ping, ping. Yep, it's there. That's good. 6 more Titans. Cleese Haas to the 30. Now to the right. Jayden Campbell's got it. Feeds it onto his skipper. Fasuamala Awi down the middle. Third taken by 3 Dragons defenders. 23 out in centre field. Beryl's options either side. Passes left. And Elias runs at the line. Pops the pass to Brimson. Beats Holmes. Gives the pass to Sami. Near the touchline. Has to come in field. Tackle. Gives it back to Brimson. Back to the right for Kinney. He's almost 15 out when he's tackled by Laurie. Just left-hand side. Titans on the attack. Ball to centre field for Randall. Right, he gives it to Campbell. Pops it up for the inside line of Ho. Atamaho takes 2 tacklers to deck. He's only 3 metres from the Dragons line. A couple of metres to the right of the upright. Beryl's passes deep to the left for Elias. Holds it. Gives it to the inside line of Fermor. A little lateral, then he straightens. Bo Fermor tackled on 5. Centre field, 8 metres out. Last play, Titans. Beryl's passes it to Elias. Passes to Kinney to the left edge. Given to Brimson. Holmes has got in. Brimson somehow chucks it out the back to keep it alive to Kinney. Last play not dead. He gives it on to Elias. Grab it for the in-goal area. Leilua's there to take it. And he evades one on the goal line. Luke Leilua up to the 10-metre line before being tackled. Great play from the big second rower. And he was held down in the ruck too. Penalty Dragons.
Yeah, it's a shame because there was a good set of 6 by the Titans, and now they're giving the Dragons a piggyback out of harm's way. But as Zane and I both touched on, I like Brimson at left centre. I think that's his spot. I don't want him having to pull the trigger on being the 5'8". And when he gets the ball, he's just an instinctive attacking player. So he's causing Val Holmes some headaches. And
can I say this? He might be a better left centre than 5'8", but he's not a better left centre than fullback. But they've got the New Zealand international fullback playing fullback.
And that's what the problem has been. They've had too many fullbacks.
Yep.
You're right. So that's his best spot if you're looking at where you can play and give, I suppose, balance to the squad.
I suppose I have to be consistent. I remember in a call a couple of years ago, I said, tattoo the number 1 to his back to AJ Brimson, but they've just had too many guys, and he's just such a handy player that he can adapt. Anyway, Dragons have got it now. 6-all the scoreline, over halfway. Atkinson gives a pass on to Leilua, who's tackled. Left edge and 32 metres from the Titans line. Plays the ball there to Gutherson, who's in a dummy half. Gives it on to Buchanan. Takes a settling run down the centre third. And St George Illawarra is 23 metres from the Titans line. Cook out a dummy half. Runs right. Gives the pass through Atkinson to Gutherson. Inside line. Holmes. He's nailed.
Randall.
Great tackle. got him, put him down. Cook passes left and centre field. Stewart's out there, gives the pass through Flanagan to the edge for Buchanan. Buchanan taken one-on-one by Jojo Fafita. He's almost chucked over the touchline. Great tackle from Fafita. It's played there by Stewart. Passes infield to Atkinson. Chips towards the goals and great take. Is that Brimson?
Brimson, great take.
AJ Brimson leaping. Well, he might be in the centres, but he used all his fullback skills there to take that little bomb and defuse the danger. Titans have got it. 15 and a half to the break. 6 all the scoreline at Robina, Billy Moore.
Yeah, great carry then by Sammy as well. Put his nose through. He was going to probably get pushed back by 3 Dragons players, but used the experience, got underneath them. Great carry.
Gorgeous conditions for footy here as Fiamani's done a lot of hard work in the first half. After the 30, the winger plays it there. Verrill's out of dummy half, had a bit of space, popped the pass, but the man who got it had 2 defenders right in his face. And that was Kinney, put down immediately by Cook and Stewart. End of the set, inside the 40. Campbell kicks downfield, it's close to the touchline, and Tui Pilotu does a very good job to catch it and not fall over his own feet. Such was the trajectory of the kick, very good kick. And then Tui Pilotu comes infield and gets tackled. Cooper buys out there now. I know, Billy, you're looking forward to seeing him in the flesh for the first time.
Big rap signing. I've watched him a little bit and listened on radio to what he can produce. He is a superstar in the making.
Yeah, even though he's only, 19, ready-made body for footy as well. He's got that kind of, dare I say it, Sonny Bill Williams, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, sort of very triangular through the top part and then very strong through the hips and thighs. Big hit on the right edge defensively here for the Titans. That was Mo Fotuaika who's out there, who's rung the bell of Leilua, plays it. Last play here for the Dragons. A high bomb from Atkinson. Kinney leaps and knocks it on. Straight to the hands of the Dragon. Pass goes to Cook and Cook goes in to score. Oh, the knock-on from Kinney went straight to Hamish Stewart, who saw Damien Cook on his left shoulder. And the error from Kinney costs the Titans a try. Damien Cook goes over for his first 4-pointer of the season, and the Dragons lead 10-6, kick to come.
Well, I'm just going to make a little bit of a footnote there. Mo Fotuaika is absolutely hammered Leilua. Brilliant tackle. But that set, the conclusion, kick up, kick by the Dragons. The contest goes up. He jumps well, Kinney. Unfortunately, he just forgot to hold on to the ball, and it couldn't have ended worse for himself and the Titans. Straight into the hands of Stewart. Passed it on to the number 9, Cook. All his experience. There's no way you're going to stop him from there. Beautiful left foot step and makes his way over the try line. Great work, Dragons. 12-6.
And you know what? As
10-6, they've given the 2 points on the scoreboard already.
Yeah, I read the scoreboard.
Yeah.
When did they get that penalty?
Oh, they've just taken it off again, Bill. They heard you. They heard you, Q. Hey, look, Damien Cook only had to go 2 metres there, but showed great agility to go over for his first try of the season. I tell you what, Q, I know Brimson's on the left centre, and you've got the New Zealand Test fullback wearing the number 1, but if he keeps dropping bombs that led to Dragons tries, Brimson might be back in the fullback position.
That's his second drop too, you're right, Dano.
I still haven't seen a Titans team look better when Brimson's in the team and not at 1.
Yeah, fair point.
Holmes from out on the left converts the try, and the Dragons lead the Titans by 12 points to 6 with 12 and a half minutes remaining in the first half here at Robina. It's NRL Sunday on ABC Sport, and just a reminder earlier today, 34-32 for the Sharks over the Raiders. And I want to give a shout out to our coverage of the Shield final. You love red ball cricket and tight finishes, make sure you're on that tomorrow on ABC Listen, also on ABC Sport Digital, because Victoria is 5 for 102 at stumps. They need 196 to win that game. So 5 wickets in hand and 94 runs to get. You can hear that from the Junction Oval with our team. Tomorrow should be a ripping finish to what's been a low-scoring Shield final at Junction Oval. Dragons with the ball. Second play off the kickoff. Su'ar takes it just beyond the 20-metre line. Make it 22 out at that southern end as he gets to his feet and plays the ball to Cook. Give it on to Gula. And Gula rolls down the middle third. And I'm so often used to saying the red V, but they're not the red V tonight. They are the Steeler red tonight, but red V in spirit, of course, in the merged entity. Great run left edge, Leilua. Got his legs pumping. Couple of post-contact meters. Almost gets to halfway. Plays it there to Cook. Past right and centre field. Stewart through the hands of Atkinson to Gutherson. Dummy, straight, and Brimson tackles him. And Gutherson will play it on 5, out on the right, 45 from the Titans line. End of the set. Atkinson puts up the bomb for the Dragons, and it's caught by Fayamani, who runs into the defence, who were offside. Penalty goes to Gold Coast.
He's a handful, Fayamani, but I gave the Titans a rap a few sets ago saying it was their best set of 6. Well, that was the Dragons' best set of 6, and he almost stripped them of numbers down the right-hand side, Gutherson. He just couldn't get it to Sloane on the wing.
Chris in Newcastle text, Kinney might be the incumbent fullback for New Zealand, but won't be the next time they play because Pong is now declared for New Zealand.
Good point.
That's if he can stay fit, Kalen. He hardly gets out in the field these days.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, too good a player not to be seen, and Knights fans would love to see him back, although they won yesterday without him. Fodawaker's got the ball. Titans on the attack. It's 12-6 Dragons, 11 minutes to the break. Titans through Fodawaker, played 35 out. Give it to the right for Jaden Campbell. One of those little goose-stepping runs. He gets knocked over, though, by the left side defence. He lost the ball. Jaden Campbell has knocked it on.
He's going to challenge.
He wants to go for the captain's challenge.
He's very set in his ways on it.
Mark from the ACT text, he says, thank goodness the 2 p.m. Sunday game is back next week. It's hard to get up for the 6 o'clock game. Yeah, well, 5 o'clock Queensland time. But you're right, the regular afternoon sort of rollout starts next week. Cronulla Warriors on Easter Sunday.
At this point, we acknowledge that the ball
followed by
rotates,
Newcastle
but Jaden
Canberra
Campbell
next Sunday.
always has his arms wrapped around the ball.
He's got a good challenge here. The ball got
He
hit.
maintains possession all the way to the ground. The challenge is successful.
The ball got hit, and it looked like it was a knock-on, but he never lost control or contact with the ball in his arm. So great work there by the young halfback. He knew exactly what had happened, and he wanted to find justice. Now this gives the Titans to play the ball about 25 out.
And they need it, so it's mid-set, 10.5 to the breaks, and George Illawarra lead 12-6. Successful captain challenge from the Titans. Moran's out there. He gives it on to Bai, and Bai is taken. So Fodawaker, Moran and Bai, 3 of the 4 activated from the bench to the left. Moran gives it on to Elias, holds it in 2 hands, gives it on to Kinney, left edge. He stops 10 metres out, passes back in field to Fermor, who's a bit flat-footed now. Bo Fermor gets going. 3 Dragons defenders put him down 10 metres out. Last play, Titans. Verrills directs it right for Moran, who buffets off 1, somehow gets an offload out of the second, which was an ugly offload at the feet of Artemaho. They blew that last play, the Titans. Knock on from Artemaho, and the Dragons survived that raid.
So poor finish to that set of 6 by the Titans, but you've got to give a rap to the Dragons' defence. They've conceded 1 try, a long range intercept, but other than that, their defence has bottled up this Titans attack.
Just 3 tries in the game, 2 tries to 1. Sloan and Cook scoring for the Dragons. Sami in between for the Titans. Dragons have got the ball as Buchanan takes it into the defence, and there's like Cooper Via around his ribs there. Down low is Verrill, strong tackle, pushing back a metre or 2. Holmes has got it on dummy half, and he decides to go himself, foul Holmes. The veteran centre put down, 13 metres inside Dragons territory, plays it there, and Jacob Little's out on the field as well, so he's been activated by the Dragons. At dummy half, he got the pass away and up to halfway on the carry there of Laurie. Now, momentum right side for Jaden Su'ar, and he's got 3 defenders around him. He's still standing, but is ordered to play the football by referee Kennedy. Last play, Dragons 35 out. Atkinson is a bomb at the end of the set. That's the play. Kinney leads. Oh, he catches that one from a long way back. That was a really good catch.
That was the harder one to catch as well.
Caught it 20 metres out from his own line and immediately tackled. Quentin Hull, Billy Moore and Zane Bojack with you. There's another set restart, and it's a very distant ping tonight, but that one did come through in the setting night sky here. So fresh set here for the Titans. Fayamani, the winger, up to the red stripe of the 40 in his own half. Now right side, it's fed to Ho. Adama Ho, 20 in from touch on the western side near the NRL logo as he plays it there to Ferrells. Giving left, Moran through Elias, onto Fermor. Fermor charges into Atkinson. Good contact, Dan Atkinson. Got under his ribs and then went down to his hips to complete the tackle. Now back right in centre field. It's given to Fodawaker, running laterally. Tries to get away from Leilua, but is eventually tackled by Cook. Last play, Titans, centre field 40 out. Elias puts up the bomb for the Titans. It'll come down 15 out. Sloan leaps. Sloan catches for the Dragons. As soon as he starts hit the turf, he's tackled by Brimson. But the Dragons defuse the bomb. They've got the footy there. 15 from their own line. 7.5 to the break. 12-6 Dragons and a penalty now to help them downfield on a loose high tackle from Cooper Bye.
I'd love Brad telling I'm sure you'll be able to pull the numbers up, but I reckon that's the third or fourth piggyback penalty the Titans are giving away. It's just messy. They're helping the Dragons get out of harm's way, and they can't build pressure. And for me, the other standout feature in this first half, Q, is the Dragons' defence for mine hasn't been tested. They need a bit of second phase play, the Titans. 5 penalties, 5 piggyback penalties. That's poor. That's poor.
Dragons fine touch 5 from halfway with the kick downfield off the penalty. First carry taken forward by Holmes, who stopped about 48 metres out. So the Dragons go into attack once more as we get to the back stages of this first half. Buchanan a run down the middle third. Josh Kerr is out there as well. So he's been activated for the Dragons. He's tackled 30 out. Play to Little, given to the right through Flanagan to Atkinson. Feeds the inside line of Su'ar, who's tackled only 19 metres from the goal line. Quick play the ball. Little passes left for Cook. Cook at first receiver, then gives it on. Atkinson to Leilua, who's picked up and dumped in a brilliant tackle.
Jaden Campbell
Got under his ribs, Zano, and drive him into the deck. Very legally, very tough. End of the set. Flanagan chips for the in-goal area. Sami takes it on the ball. Was he in the in-goal area? Obviously not. Referee doesn't give the 7 tackle set out to the 20. Sami tackled on the 10. I think a few Titans fans had that thought, as I did. I thought he was in the in-goal area when he caught that.
And jumped into the field of play.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it's just a regular 6 tackle set for the Titans. They get it beyond the 20 on the carry there of Fafita. Now Brimson left edge, little scoop. 15 from halfway when tackled, plays the ball there to Verrills, gives it right in centre field. Kinney shows it, gives it to the right for Campbell, holds it up for Ho. Good defensive read there from the Dragons. It was Buchanan along with Flanagan making the tackle. Last play, it's given to Jaden Campbell near the NRL logo. He kicks for territory, kicks it straight to Gutherson. Catches it defensive left side, 5 from his own line. Long pass to right in centre field for Sloan. Sloan runs it back at them and gets tackled. 15 from his own line. 5.5 to the break. 12-6 Dragons.
Yeah, let's just see if they can finish this half. It's on the scale of 1 to 10, the half's been about 5. But a little on the boring side, a bit predictable. Let's see as fatigue sets in. Can we see something a little bit special from either of these two sides?
Like most roller coasters, Billy, you get a twist left, you get a twist right early on, and then you got to climb the hill a bit for the really dramatic.
Oh, I can't wait to come back here. I've got the roller coaster thing. I'm going to brush up on my roller coaster terminology.
Cook to the right, up to halfway, through the hands of Atkinson to Gutherson. Now Holmes tries to step away from Brimson. Brimson got him, one-handed offload though to Sloan. Sloan's tackled immediately by the cover defence of Randall out there. Ball played to Gutherson, sweeps it left and centre field. Atkinson bombs from 40 out. At the end of the set, it's a shallow bomb. And it's been knocked on, hold on, by the Titans first?
I think Dragons. Yeah, Dragons.
Dragons first.
And that to me, if I was Kenny, because the bombing, it's a bombathon, I would actually just let the Dragons catch them because they're putting them out 25, 30 out from the try line. Let them catch. They can't score from there.
It was Hamish Stewart having a leap and just went through his fingers. Bombathon. Yeah, that's a good one. Sami's got the ball.
Isn't there a ride down the road here at Surface called the Vomitron?
Sami plays at 11 from halfway. Moran decides to straighten up. It's getting louder as the half goes on. 6 more here for the Titans. And another 6 more. They're really getting into it now. Fodawaker on a good carry. Few post-contact metres, 35 out when stopped.
They listen to the ABC as well.
Exactly. Verrills gives it to the right. Elias dummies left. Gives right to Campbell. Cuts it out. One to the edge. Great read to Illawarra. Right in the face of Jojo Fafita and smashed him. But it was high.
Yeah.
The call came from the touchy.
Yeah,
I thought that was a good tackle from Tui Peloti, not far from us.
I reckon it was touch high. It was a great read. It was almost saying, I'd say it's nearly a try saver.
Well, the touchy was in perfect position. And this is...
Actually, no, you're right. It was around the ball.
I think it's the secondary. So after he's hit the ball, when he's come down on the ground, I think his shoulder's accidentally got his cheek. So
no, they shouldn't give it for that,
there's
though.
nothing in it, though.
Yeah. I get what you're trying to say, Zane, but probably rubber the green going against the Dragons with that penalty. So can the Titans make the most of it? Fodawaker on a straightening run. He's only 15 out. Close to half-time, 12-6 Dragons. Bit of a loose play, the ball. Play on, says the referee. And Verrill's got it eventually on to Kinney, who stopped. He's a dozen out. It's a bit messy, this Titans attack so far. Can they straighten it up? Given right to Ilias. He pops it up for Cooper Bye. And Bye, 3 around him, gets a late offload. Not great, though. Cleaned up by Verrills off the deck. Gave the pass to Morin. He's shaping to chuck a big pass, then he runs and gets tackled from behind by Su'ah. 10 to the left of the uprights, 5 metres out. Verrill gives it on once again to Bye, and there's 4 Dragons to stop him. 2 from the goal line at the southern end. 5 to the left of the uprights. Last play, says Ref Kennedy. Titans to the right. Campbell tries a grubber. Ricochets off the Dragon. 6 more. Picked up by Bayamani, but he knocked it on him trying to pick it up. It would have been 6 more. But Fayamani, the winger for the Titans. Hold on.
Oh, they're not going to challenge that.
Well, they are.
Oh, that's as knock on as you're ever going to see.
I'm with you early on here, Zane. Maybe they're thinking, well, 2 minutes to the break. We need the ball here. Siale Fayamani in just his 4th game. One of the new faces in Josh Hannay's
Kick chaser on side.
So,
The ball's played at by Luciano Leilua. Tackle count restarts.
Hold on, he's sort of facing in field.
Yeah, but so did Kinney.
He's definitely fumbled it, but he's fumbled it backwards. And then does he pick it up cleanly? This might not be the worst challenge, Zane.
This goes forward or backwards.
it looks like it's going backwards for all money for mine.
Yeah.
And then comes off his foot.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
So the foot's what made it look like it was a knock on. I think they might get it. I think you're right, Q.
Well, I'm not right. I just...
The perception is it's going
I
backwards.
just wasn't as adamant as you were that it was a knock on.
Towards his own dead ball line.
Yeah, wow. Great challenge. And it's a big moment in the game too. 2 minutes on the clock.
Then picks up the ball, and the whistle is blown at this point. We have a mutual infringement. Challenge is successful.
So the Titans will keep possession.
Their attack has been so underwhelming, the Titans, in the first 38 minutes of this half. Let's see what they can produce now. 10 metres out.
And they've had a moment to think about it as well. Let's see what they can create. 15 in from the right and 11 metres from the Dragons line. 12-6 and George Illawarra. Couple of minutes to half-time. Play back underway. Oh, the pass almost went behind Morin. He did well to catch it. Gives it on to Fodawaker for the settling hit up down the middle third.
They've got to go left to Brimson.
He plays it 9 metres out. They do go left. Verrills gives it on to Campbell. Now the inside line from Bye. Cooper Bye has Cook and others around him. And the big teenager tackled only 3 metres out. Plays it to Verrills. He passes right through the hands of Ilias to Campbell. On to Jojo for Feeder, who beats a couple. Only for the last line defence to stop him. Great work from Stewart coming across with the try-saver. Played there to Fayamani. Slims it infield left to Campbell through Morin. Then Ilias. Then Kinney. There's your man Brimson. He got it. He beat one. He beat two. He's buzzing. He stopped. AJ tackled eventually by Su'ah. 6 metres out on the left edge. Played to Verrills. Pass back right in centre field for Kinney. Morin straight and Stewart got him. Good tackle from Hamish Stewart to stop him. Still a couple of plays left in the set. In fact, there's been a little wavy fisty somewhere. It's only play 2. Left, here it goes. Ilias to Brimson. Oh, Zeno! You've got your man, AJ Brimson. Scores in the left corner for the Titans. Zane Bojack. Oh, very rarely do I usurp Billy Moore, but that's all yours, Zeno. 12-10, kick to come.
Oh, well, look, at the end of the day, if you've got a Ferrari in the garage, you've got to take it out for a run every now and then just to keep the engine purring. And he wasn't getting much ball, Billy, but there was gaps over there like you wouldn't believe. Particularly, we know that he's defensively, well, sometimes he loses his orientation. Tyrell Sloan, he had to have a go. Brimson gets it. He dummies. Sloan does try and come at him, but he manages to push off him and takes the tackle of Holmes into the a yin goal. If you got Brimson there, you got to give him the ball, Billy.
Yeah, and it's the way you give it to him. He had a little bit of time. Val Holmes overread. He tried to, wait on.
Here we go.
Instruction.
Here we go.
This usually doesn't end well for the attacking side.
Adam G's in the bunker.
Bo Fermor.
So Fermor is the dummy
Dan
runner.
Atkinson is looking to slide out here. Bo Fermor just takes him out.
No try.
This disrupts the Dragons' defensive line and causes Tyrell Sloan to have to jam in as well. We have a decision.
That was fair decision.
Yeah.
And your points were so true, though, Zano. You've got to give Brimson an early ball. And when you do, you know something's going to happen. That was their best set of attack.
At the same time, Bo Fermor's got to be better than that if he's running that dummy line, hasn't he?
Yeah, 100%. You got to know, I can't. But the defence will try and run into you. So you have to make it really, really hard to actually avoid the defence. So it's just the way the modern game's played. It's frustrating at times, but the guy that's running the decoy must make every attempt to just make sure he doesn't touch the defence.
No try, and the score remains St George Illawarra 12, Gold Coast 6, and there's only 39 seconds left in the first half. Dragons have got the ball, not a huge kick downfield, and Holmes has taken first carry off the tap. Restart 12 from halfway. Given on to Jaden Su'A, and Su'A has taken 15 in from touch on the right and a couple of metres inside Dragons territory. A bit of a tangle in the ruck, but the ref lets it go. Jacob Little passes left and centre field for Cook, playing that first receiver role, interestingly, with Little out on the field. He's tackled on halfway. Now Kerr takes the Dragons into attack. Is there enough time for them? Well, 3, 2, 1. Will he play the ball in time? No. So that turns out to be a bit of a nothing last play, and that's half-time at Robina. The final game of round 4. Both teams looking to open their winning account in 2026. The 0-3 Titans against the 0-3 Dragons, and it's the visitors. St George Illawarra leading by 12 points to 6 at half-time. Sloan scored on 3.5 minutes. Holmes converted. Then Sami scored an intercept, which was converted by Campbell. It was 6-all after 10 minutes, and the only other score, Damien Cook on the end of some quick hands from Hamish Stewart after Keanu Kinney had knocked on a bomb. It was a blown mistake from the Titans fullback, and Cook on the end of it to score. Holmes converts. Dragons 12, Titans 6. Half-time, Billy Moore.
45% of possession the Titans had here at home, and I can see why both sides are 0-3. You wouldn't say it's champagne football in any shape or form. It's been messy, too many penalties, too many drop balls. But ultimately, I've got to give a rap to the Dragons' defence. I thought that was one of the reasons they contained the strike power inside the Titans. The game never really got into rhythm because they both gave each other so many piggybacks out of harm's way, and then they got errors on attack. So the second half, I'm looking forward to going up a gear and seeing a little bit more space and continuity in attack provided to both sides. They've both got plenty of attacking weapons, Q, and I'm interested to see what both coaches say. Zane will give us the report after half time, but they'll be a bit disappointed with their troops knowing they've both got so much more improvement, and this second half will be about trying to build opportunities and take them when they present.
Great to have the thoughts of Billy Moore with you on NRL Sunday on ABC Sport. Halftime, Dragons 12, Titans 6. Repeating earlier today, Cronulla Sutherland level their season ledger at 2-2. The Raiders have won just one of their first 4 games. Sharks 34, Raiders 22 at Canberra Stadium. And who got the votes there in the end? Just trying to... I can't remember. Sorry about that. We'll find that and see who got the votes from Louis.
At 3-1, it's a poor start for the Raiders, especially losing at home.
Yeah, it is. Of other notables today, the NBL final series is now Kings 2-1. Kings beat the Adelaide 36ers 106-93. Kimi Antonelli won the Japan F1 Grand Prix. Apparently he's the youngest ever driver to lead the World Championship standings.
19.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oscar Piastri finished second.
The veteran at 22.
And just a reminder, tomorrow, ABC Listen and the red cricket ball button to pick up the final stages of that Shield final. Stumps, day 4. Victoria is 5 for 102, and they need a further 94 runs to win the title. So South Australia need 5 wickets. Victoria needs 94 runs, 196 the target. The Vic's 5 for 102 in a low-scoring and intriguing Shield final. And great work from Nelly in the studio. Adam Fanua-Blake got the 3 votes there. 2 to Braden Trindle, 1 to Simi Sasangi as the Sharks beat the Raiders 34 to 32. You can keep your messages coming on 0467 920 222. James from Bendigo loves Zano's analogy of the Ferrari. Thank you. Graham from Taree, loving the coverage. Tell Bill he's one of the fiercest and toughest players that he's ever seen. Hey, Bill, Graham from Taree reckons you're one of the fiercest and toughest players he ever saw.
Thanks, Graham. Love your work.
There you go. 0467 920 222. Half-time, Dragons 12, Titans 6. More to come from Robina after a trip to the newsroom.
Hello, this is ABC News with David Rowlands. Western Australia's Emergency Services Minister says work is underway to restore electricity to cyclone-affected areas in the state's northwest. Tropical cyclone Narelle knocked out the power to Exmouth and also interrupted the town's water supply. Residents affected by the cyclone can now apply for an emergency relief payment of between $2,000 and $4,000 to assist with the cost of food, shelter and temporary accommodation. Paul Papalea says authorities are working hard to restore services to the 2,000 homes in the area.
Water supply to Exmouth has been stabilised. Water Corporation have advised that 20 pallets of bottled water were delivered last night. Power has been restored to 250 homes in Exmouth. That's 100 more than there were last evening.
The risk of a widening war in the Middle East continues to grow, with Yemen's Iran-aligned Houthis vowing to continue attacks on Israel after unleashing 2 waves of missiles and drones this weekend. Larry Buttrose has the details.
The attack was intercepted by Israeli aerial defences, but there's also the prospect the Houthis could attack oil shipping in the Red Sea, including tankers from Saudi Arabia. That would exacerbate the global oil supply situation, with the Gulf of Hormuz already a shipping choke point that's sending global energy prices soaring. At the same time, thousands of US Marines have arrived in the Middle East, with more on the way, with the Washington Post reporting the Pentagon is preparing for weeks of ground operations in Iran.
Oman's foreign ministry has condemned attacks on its territory, adding that no party has claimed responsibility for them. It says authorities are investigating sources and motives for the attacks without providing further details. One worker was injured in a drone attack on a key port yesterday, and a Danish container shipping group temporarily halted its operations at the port. Massive No Kings rallies have been held across the United States and in cities around the world against the policies of President Donald Trump's administration. More from North America correspondent Rachel Clayton in Washington.
This is America's third No Kings protest, and it feels more charged than ever. Thousands of protesters marched along the National Mall from the Lincoln Memorial in front of the Washington Monument. They're demonstrating against a multitude of President Trump's policies, including immigration enforcement, the handling of the Epstein files, the rising cost of living, and of course now the war in Iran. A number of protests have taken place in Republican strongholds like Texas and Florida, but one of the largest is in Minneapolis, the epicenter of the Trump administration's largest immigration enforcement operation, where 2 US citizens were shot dead by federal agents earlier this year.
Victorian Premier Jacinta Allen says 1 month of free public transport will help address cost of living issues as the Middle East crisis drives up fuel prices. All public transport across metropolitan and V-line services will be free in Victoria from this Tuesday until the end of April. The move will cost the state government about $71 million in foregone revenue. Premier Jacinta Allen says the move will also help address fuel shortages, with 101 service stations across the state currently without diesel and 41 stations are out of petrol.
We know that there is localised pressures being put on service stations in different parts of the state. So this, by making public transport free, making it easier for people to use public transport, does take that pressure off at the petrol station.
Turning to sport now, and the Sydney Kings have taken a 2-1 lead in the National Basketball League final series thanks to a 106-93 win over the Adelaide 36ers at the Sydney Superdome. Brett Sprigg reports.
In front of a record crowd of 18,373, the visitors controlled the first half, despite Bryce Cotton only having 7 points at the break. He was upstaged by his opponent, Kendrick Davis, who knocked down 34 points and had 15 assists. The series heads back to Adelaide for Game 4 on Wednesday evening. Brett Sprigg, ABC Sport, Sydney.
Italian driver Kimi Antonelli has won the Japanese Formula One Grand Prix for Mercedes. He's become the youngest F1 championship leader at the age of 19. Australian Oscar Piastri finished second for McLaren, with Ferrari's Charles Leclerc in third. And in AFL, Melbourne has stormed home to beat Carlton 100-77 at the MCG. This is ABC News.
Who will win the AI race? Has gambling become our national sport?
Questions. They've never been more important. So the one thing we'll never question is our duty to keep asking. ABC News. Keep asking.
ABC Sports coverage of the 2026 NRL Premiership.
Leilua plays it. Cook passes right in centre field. Through Selle. On to Flanagan. Quick hands. Holmes to the edge. Gives it to Sloan. Welcome back, Tyrell Sloan, as he goes over in the right corner for the Dragons. And they get the opening try after 3.5 minutes. Luke Leilua put down on 5. 9 metres from the Titans line. Dragons to the right. Cook gives the pass. Flanagan through Gustafson. Hands to Holmes. Intercept Phil Sami. He took 2 grabs at it. Now he's just got to run 90 metres. And even if you're Lockie Kennedy, even if you're Gagga, you're not running him down from there. Phil Sami goes 90. And the now Titan-to-be soon Dragon scores first for the Titans tonight against the Dragons.
Is that roller coaster you were talking about?
This is just the first of many turns. Welcome to Rabina. Last play here for the Dragons. A high bomb from Atkinson. Kinney leaps and knocks it on. Straight to the hands of the Dragon. Pass goes to Cook, and Cook goes in to score. Oh, the knock-on from Kinney went straight to Hamish Stewart, who saw Damien Cook on his left shoulder. And the error from Kinney costs the Titans a try. Damien Cook goes over for his first 4-pointer of the season.
Rugby League is on your radio. The 2026 NRL Premiership.
ABC Sport Digital Radio.
And ABC Listen.
40 minutes to go before we can put a full stop on round 4 of the 2026 NRL Premiership. My name is Quentin Hull. You're with NRL Sunday on ABC Sport, live from Rabina on the Gold Coast. The natural light has just faded away under the artificial lights now, but it's just a perfect evening for football. 2 teams looking for their first wins of the season. 2 tries to 1 in the first half for the Dragons. And it's St George Illawarra 12 leading Gold Coast 6. Sharks 34, Raiders 22 earlier today. Your thoughts are welcome on 0467 920 222. Alan texts from Long Jetty. He says, hey guys, I have to say my Raiders have gone from the penthouse to the outhouse with only 1 win in 4 games. And that was only by 1 point. Well, it's only early in the season, Billy Moore. But
yeah, surprising to see the Raiders. And I think they've lost. Obviously, they lost at home in front of the Raiders faithful.
They go to Hunter to play the Knights next week.
Yeah, you got to remember that Knights team is missing $2.5 million worth of talent.
Yet beat the Bulldogs yesterday.
It was phenomenal how they did that. So well done to the Knights. But yeah, to me, the Raiders, I actually had them in my GF because I just couldn't see how a side that played so well with so much firepower wouldn't improve after the season they went through. But at the moment, it's almost like they've got so much firepower, they're not quite sure what's the best option, the best way forward for them. So they're just going to go back to the grindstone, and I'm sure Ricky will make sure they stay focused, because it's really important the next month that they find something reminiscent of 2025.
Dare I sort of use an analogy that the field isn't even to the post in the first time in the Melbourne Cup. Even though one of the favourites may lead them to the post for the first time, there is a long way to go.
There is, but you'd have to say that this first month, it's incredibly topsy-turvy, and you're seeing what you think top weights are getting beat by lighter weights, but those lighter weights, some of them don't have their jockeys there, and they're still winning.
Well, I think it's great for the season. I was just thinking of this, having called the North Queensland game last night. The narrative of the Cowboys showing a bit of a flicker, winning their last two. Obviously the Tigers, we're just waiting for that army to rise, and that was a great performance on Friday against the Warriors.
You know, if you have the Tigers in the top four, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, and I think the fact that the Knights showed us yesterday that we thought no Brown, no Ponga, no Knights, same old story.
Yes.
But, so early in the season, there's a couple of those little storylines that are just adding a real flavour to the season.
The flavour. Brisbane, the more controversy and pressure off the field, the better they are on. So go work that one.
Yep. 0467 920 222. Did the Sharks just heat a top four team today? Last year's minor premiers, up.
That's a very good point, because they are habitually teams who don't beat the real heavyweights. So well done, and especially away from home for the Sharks.
Yeah. There was a good message here. We had one listener who could actually hear the game from where he is. G'day to Dennis the Menace Trucker. He's listening on ABC Local 107.1, coming through near Coonabarabran. Someone's texted us a photo of a roller coaster. There you go. And they've typed Robina Stadium on it. That's an unnamed text. Oh, it's Dave. He says, I can hear the game from my house in Robina. I'm cooking pork spare ribs up the Titans. Can't smell your pork spare ribs from here, Dave. But
Dave, can you drop a few around?
Yeah. Righto, let's get into this second 40. Both teams back out on the field. Dragons lead 12 points to 6. 0467 920 222 to get in touch. One team's going to be really under the pump, and according to Billy, can't make the finals if they lose. Yep, he said that pre-game. The 0-4 team after tonight can think of plans in September other than football. Jaden Campbell with the kick-off right to the dead ball line, and he's gone over the touch line, over the dead ball line. Dan Atkinson caught it before the dead ball line and then stepped backwards onto the dead ball line. So that's grounded by the player in the field, not from the kick-off. That's a goal line dropout.
He's just touched it. A little bit of paint on the inside, and unfortunately for him, not the result they wanted.
So 0-3 plays 0-3. Titans' first carry was a knock-on by Tino. Now, start of the second half, Dragons do a tipsy toe into the dead ball area. So they've had two muck-ups to start the half.
Is that why they're 0-3?
Well, perhaps. Long option on the dropout. Cooper Bye turns the Titans into attack with the first run. Second carry, Fodawaker. He's tackled 30 out centre park. So the Titans have got the first attacking opportunity in this second half as Kurt Moran goes on a solo run. Centre field for Fodawaker. 3 Dragons defenders to stop him. 2 from the goal line under the black dot. Last play, Titans. Pass goes left to Elias. Cut out ball. Kinney passes to the edge, but there's an obstruction.
Yeah, plus a forward pass.
Sami goes in. There were obstructions. There were forward passes. That was no try in more ways than one. Zane Bojack, what word from the rooms?
Oh, well, both coaches will be disappointed. Starting with Josh Hannay, he said keep going after them in the second 40 with an extra focus on discipline. Well, already they've come up with a couple of errors there. And as the Dragons, they've done the same thing. Shane Flanagan said, look, you guys have got to maintain the intensity. And he said, I want you to front load this first 20 and don't give them a sniff. And, of course, Atkinson steps over the dead ball line.
Holmes is tackled on the 20. Dragons with the football down at that northern end as Leilua receives in the centre third. He's taken down on a gain of 7 or 8. Plays the football there to Jacob Little. Tries a little dance out of dummy half, but the markers get him there. It's Moran in company with Bye. Dragons ball 10 inside their own half. Now Stewart on a 1-out run. High tackle, Fodawaker. That is a lazy tackle. Not on report, but just late. Mo is having a shocker to start 2026. He is no-show Mo this season so far.
Do you know what? I've spoken to a couple of Titans officials. It's not that he's not trying. He's actually trying too hard, Q, and that's where he's coming up with errors. And Bill, you know all about that. Sometimes when you just try too hard, you come up with errors.
Yeah, you're right. And you think yourself, no errors. And the more you try not to, you end up doing the same thing. And he does have that habit in him. The defender's falling, and instead of adjusting, he just goes through with the tackle. And not on report. He's on report now.
He is on report.
Yeah,
okay.
so it didn't actually miss.
Yeah, it was a pretty... it was far from menacing, but... yeah, a very obvious high tackle. So Atkinson kicks for and finds touch on a wobbly ball which goes into the Preston Campbell stand, and now the Dragons will tap out in that eastern side about 35 metres out. Hamish Stewart with the first carry, and he brings the Dragons to within 32 of the Titans line. Early stages second half, Dragons lead 12-6 as Atkinson pops it up to the straightener of the Dragon come Dolphin come Dragon again. Josh Kerr is taken, and there's offside here, the Titans. Penalty to the Dragons.
No,
they take
stripping.
2-on-1 strip, was it?
So they gave away. There was
I've got to take 2 points here, haven't they? Yeah, they are. They are. Damien Cook looked for touch, and then I think the call came. Leading by 6 in this kind of topsy-turvy game. Go 8 in front whenever you can.
When you think about it, Zalo, there was 10 penalties in the first half, 7-3 in the Dragons' favour, and then there was 4 errors each. To start this game, to start the second half, you've had 2 errors and a penalty. It's just messy from both sides.
And Josh Hannay said to his side, focus on discipline. I mean, seriously. You can see why they're at the bottom of the ladder. Oh, it does my head in, honestly.
One from Jimboombaland. He says, greetings, team. I'm enjoying the call 10 Ks from Padrón in Spain on the Camino de Portuguese. That's that big trek, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a big walk. Hope your legs are okay, Juan, and you're enjoying that part of the world. 0467 920 222. Penalty goal attempt here for Valentine Holmes to take the Dragons lead out to 8 points. He's 23 metres out and slightly right. Holmes has kicked 2 from 2 tonight, so he's 10 from 13 on the season, one of the best right boots off the kicking tee in the game, and Val Holmes kicks the penalty goal. St George Illawarra 14, lead Gold Coast 6, 5 minutes played in the second half.
Hey, you know, Bill, that you've retired from marathons. I'm into my walking now. What about in 2 years you and I do that trek?
Well, I was going to say, I have done 100 kilometres with the great Tony Hearn from Santiago de Compostela to Finistea on the Atlantic coast. So, Juan, have a beer for me in Santiago de Compostela when you get there.
You just wanted to say that, didn't
I did, yes.
Yeah, he did a good job. Campbell with the kick-off, taken by the Dragons. And first carry 15 from the goal line at the northern end from Kerr. And now Stewart, who's made a good impact since coming off the bench. Amy Stewart was named to start, but coming off the pine. And now Leilua, good run left edge. Oh, he breaks a tackle, post-contact metres as well. Almost to halfway, 17 metres on the game from Leilua. Played to Little, given left side. Now Tui Pilatu comes infield. Jaden Campbell makes the tackle on him. Dragons 45 out in the left. Back to right and centre field. The pass to Cook, to Atkinson. A little suspect out for to Su'ar. The referee says, no, it's okay. And Jaden Su'ar is tackled 33 metres from the Titans line. Last place is referee Kennedy. Pass goes back to Atkinson for a bomb. Kinney's ready to leap at it. He does. He knocks it on again. Gutherson's got it. Hold on, referee says penalty, Titans offside.
Is he tackled in mid-air, maybe, Zono? He's lucky.
I'm just trying to see what the call was. Did he go too early? Did Tyrell go too early?
He might have. Whatever it is, they're saying he didn't give Kinney a clean attempt at the catch. But I reckon he dropped it no matter what here.
Yeah, I think the Dragons were unlucky there, to be honest with you.
Oh, no, he's gone one-handed, Sloan.
Yes, that's what it is.
Rather than jumping in an attempt to catch it, he went the old style bat back, which is outlawed now.
Just had to have that second-handed shoulder level.
Yeah.
Please.
Well,
that's overcomplicating things, isn't it?
Oh, that's the rule. But we did see some great challenging leaps.
Yes.
Who was it? Walsh and the hammer.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love to see.
Yeah,
I agree.
Back on Friday night. That was a much better game than this one. Are you enjoying the Robina roller coaster, Billy? It's nice to have you down here.
Mate, the Gold Coast, I love the Gold Coast. Oh, tackle!
That was a good hit. It was Su'ar on Moran, but they were... Oh, there's a ping for... Was that ruck infringement? Inside the 10.
Su'ar.
Yeah, Brimson, 30 out on his run. Titans on the attack to the right. By gives it to Campbell. He puts out of a hole, through a hole, steps up his right. Ho's going to score! A piece of magic on the right edge from Otama Ho. And the Titans are back in it. Dragons 14, Gold Coast 10. Otama Ho put through a hole, and he did the rest, the big stepping edge forward. Good try.
Otama Ho, well done. That right edge, he just tore it apart, and really it was a lovely little pass, but he did it all himself. He was 30 out, Zano, and put on a right foot step, get inside Gutherson, palms off the defence, trying to bring him down. Just too big, too strong, great work. Ooh, short ball by
Jaden Campbell.
Yeah, but I think Atkinson misread that, but he picked him back up, but he couldn't stop him. Great work by the right edge back row of the Titans.
We've seen look, Luciano Leilua try and target Jaden Campbell, but it was clear there that was trying to get at Atkinson outside Leilua, and they managed to get there. Adama Howe, wow, what a great run that was, and I should say Adama Ho, and he goes over to score. How is he, Billy? He's 107 kilos, 191 centimetres with great agility and a very quick step, and that was magnificent try scoring there.
21 years of age and just his 12th game. This is what Josh Hannay has got. There is some young quality there, and we saw a bit of it on that occasion. So now Jaden Campbell, who set up the pass beautifully, tries to convert slightly right of the uprights. Flags are raised from JC, and we've got a contest here. Dragons 14, Titans 12, 31 minutes remain in the final game of round 4 on NRL Sunday on ABC Sport.
Well, you were hoping to see that, Q, in the second half, because I found the first half very dour. And for the Gold Coast strip, usually up in lights, it was pretty boring. But what we saw there, that was electric. Light it up, ho, 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 fantastic.
Yeah, things will happen here.
Just make sure Clinton Sikorsky, he gets I don't mind the storm down. Yeah. I don't mind the Gold Coast.
You know what happens, Bill? Sometimes with this roller coaster, there's bits of track go missing.
We'll get Choc back for Easter Saturday. Quite fittingly, that Choc returns on the chocolate weekend.
It does.
With the Broncos to come here to play the Titans next week. The Dragons.
That'll be nearly a sellout, I'd say.
Yeah, and the Dragons are going to host North Queensland at Cogra. Still got a bit of this to get one through, though. Fayamani up to the 20, and now Sami runs to the 30. Titans running it upfield off the kickoff. Played to Verrills, given on to Fermor. Bo Fermor drops the ball! Almost off a line break, picked up by the Dragons. Holmes is going to run back at them, but Val Holmes runs into Fermor and Verrills, and they make the tackle. But a mistake from Bo Fermor, and now the Dragons have the ball in good field position. Stewart receives centre of the field, gets put down by a solid tackle from Fodawaker. Stewart plays it there for the Dragons. Little directs it left to Cook. On to Kerr, who tries to hit and spin, but no great momentum. And Josh Kerr is stopped pretty easily. 25 out, plays the ball to Little. One-handed pick-up. Little again passes on off. Atkinson chucks it out the back. Eventually Cook cleans it up off the deck. Cook going right, going left, dancing, scheming, put to deck eventually by the tackle of Vi. 13 out in centre field. Cook plays the ball to Little, who passes left. Flanagan feeds the inside line of Kerr. Kerr put down by the helmeted duo of Verrills and Bai. Dragons 10 out centre field, leading by 2 to the right. Flanagan gives it on to Suar. He's lost the ball. And the referee says penalty, Dragons 2-on-1 strip.
See, that was unfortunate. It was a bit of a loose carry, Zano. I thought they might have went the other way there, and it was good defence by the Titans, and now they're going to challenge. They challenge it by Fermor. So I thought it was a bit unlucky.
Ilias has got his hands near the ball, which is the problem they're going to have. But I agree with you. I think it was a loose carry.
He didn't rake at the ball. I think he just...
I doubt Adam G's going to overturn.
His right hand is on Jaden Sewer's body.
Does he play?
Now moves from the body before the one person in the tackle to hit the ball.
Yep.
This is a strip. The challenge is unsuccessful.
I agree with the ruling.
Okay.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, if you agree, I agree. There you go, mate. It was 6 6 to 1, half a dozen the other for mine. Very technical, but staying with the referee's decision I'm happy with. Let's see whether the Titans are up to the challenge.
So, Dragons are going to take a tap. They lead 14-12. Out on the right and 10 metres out. And another attacking raid coming up for the Red V, playing in the more Steelers Scarlet tonight. Stewart on the straightening run. Tackled 5 to the right and 5 out. Now to the left, it's Little. Giving it on to Atkinson. Flanagan, should I say. Gives it on to Kerr. And Kerr is tackled. Dragons 8 metres out in centre field. Little directs it right. Men in motion. Atkinson holds it, gives it. Suar drops the ball. That's on goal.
That's not going to be challenged. Great work by the Titans defence.
Great tackle from Elias coming in from the side.
Yeah, he read it well.
Was that Karma?
Yeah, it is, Zano. And you can feel, like in the last 5 minutes, you can just sense, Zano, the Titans are building. They're poking their nose through with ball in hand. They're winning the arm wrestle. The defence has picked up. This game's gone up a gear finally.
Look, I know they've lost their first 3 games, but the one thing Josh Hannay has impressed upon his side is that they're feeling things that they haven't felt before, and that is getting into the grind and actually grinding out matches. They've always tried to go for the big play, and now they're finally learning that if they get in the grind, complete their sets, kick downfield, they can win games of footy.
Here's Zane, I've got Billy up here. So between me, I've got the Hollywood combo of Billy and Zane. I'm Quentin Hull. It's NRL Sunday on ABC Sport. Tony from Bundaberg said this should be nil all. It's been pathetic. Not quite. Bernard Pimpamar loved the call this afternoon. How about splitting the points? There's a few. I think they should get a point each here. Farrell's out of dummy half. Given on to Moran, who's smashed into by Cook. Titans get up to the 40 inside their own half. Farrell's a dummy half. Gives it on to Bye. Cooper Bye is taken left edge, right on halfway. Last place is referee Kennedy. Jaden Campbell lays his right boot into the Steeden. High kick. Gutherson takes it comfortably. 11 from his own line. The Dragons custodian with a short kick return. Doesn't get to the 20 before being stopped by Elias. Gutherson plays it. Holmes is at dummy half. Dummy half scoop there, but Brimson knocks it down. Played to Atkinson, given to Sloan on the infield run. Tyrell Sloan, who scored the opening try of the game. Tackled here with the Dragons 12 inside their own half. Played there to Little, given left side for Leilua. Tackled out there. When he gets close to Tui Piloto, you sort of got to look twice. Leilua's got the left thigh guard, Tui Piloto the right thigh guard. Similar hairdos as Cook goes over halfway. Stopped on the 40. End of the set. Flanagan's going to kick. Atkinson kicks high and deep. It's caught by Sami a couple of metres from the goal line, and he's tackled 10 metres out.
I just said before, it's gone up a gear the game, and without a doubt, the quality's picking up, the error rate's dropping, the skills going up. We're starting to see some real first-grade football here now.
26 and a half minutes left in the game. St George Illawarra 14, Gold Coast 12 after the Dragons led 12-6 at half-time. Titans with the ball as Fayamani comes in for a run down the middle third. He's tackled 15 from halfway. Verrills there with options either side. Passes right. Moran pumps the pass, then gives it to Campbell. Now to Kinney. Little in and away. Kinney flicks past to the edge. Jojo for feeder down the eastern wing. Comes to the fullback. Gets through Gutho. Gets the pass away. Alamaho passes infield to Campbell. Campbell is stopped. 2 metres from the goal line by a desperate tackle from Dan Atkinson. Chucked to the left by Verrills. To Elias. Kicks to the flying Sodi. Catches. Juggles. Scores.
Wow.
Roller coaster time, baby.
If that's a try, that's brilliant, but I think his legs might be outside the western touchline.
Great try. Touchline and touch and goal.
Yeah.
Did his feet go onto the touchline? That's your side, Zane Bojack.
Well, he deserved a try.
The kick chases onside.
That was a great take. He takes it in front of Tyrell Sloan.
It's a genuine contest by Philip
He's in
Sami.
the
We just
air.
need to go
His
back
foot
on that
goes
and make sure he
down.
doesn't
It
knock it
stays
onto
in
Tyrell
so
Sloan.
far.
So the question mark doesn't touch Tyrell Sloan? I don't think it does.
No, Sami's got it.
Yep.
Watch his feet.
Yeah, so he goes down. I think he pulls him back in.
Foot good. The first landing is good.
It's a second grab, I think, mate.
Yeah.
Because he juggles it as well. That's
The
the
left
problem.
arm of Philip Sami. As he loses possession, Tyrell Sloan's hand is now in between, and he
gonna
pulls
call
it
it a
forward
knock-on.
into Tyrell Sloan's hand. This is a knock-on. Another decision.
Really?
Party pooper.
I'm sort of see the vision to see if his feet stayed in play. We're not going to get that.
You know what,
because it's a
though?
knock on, no try.
That work on the right-hand side, Jojo Fafita, Adama Ho, unbelievable. Jaden Campbell. I think if Jaden goes back out to the right again, I think they score. But Kenny, how electric is he? Brilliant pass, and then Jojo's off to the races.
So you can see fatigue starting to set in the game. Is opening up. Should be exciting for the next 25 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Here goes the Dragons now. And, the thighs are... That's the right thigh guard of Tui Palatu. Down the middle. He's taken just before halfway. Little gives it on to Su'ar. Charges into the tackle. Fermor. Rock back on impact there. Good hit. 12 on 12. Little passes left and centre field to Cook. Dragons to the left. It's now given out there to Leilua. Leilua tackled 35 out. Slightly left edge. He passed to right and centre field. Cook gives it on through Atkinson to Gutherson. Now Holmes right edge. Val Holmes has got defenders in front of him. Brimson there to make the tackle with Elias. Holmes to his feet. Plays the ball to Sloan. Passes infield. End of the set. Little chip from Atkinson. Will come down about 5 out. Left that and caught by Stewart. Pass is knocked on by Cook. He chucked it so hard at Damien Cook in desperation of just getting the ball away. It was just too hard for Cook to catch, and he knocked it on.
It's exciting, both ends of the field. I can't wait. I want my tickets to this roller coaster again in season 2026.
They are the best worst team to watch every second week, the Titans.
And they're number 21 in Oliver Pascoe. How's this? The Petro Sydney silver medalist from last year for the Ipswich Jets. He's been to Gunnedah. He's played in Warhope. He's played in Port Macquarie. He's played for Wynnum Manly. He's played for East Tigers. I mentioned Ipswich. Here he is making his debut at 26 years of age. Go you, good thing for the Titans.
So he's the last of the 4 activated. Forward pass now from Gold Coast early in the set on their own 20.
It was a 2-pass shift. That is the most basic you'd ever see. By Foda Waco just put himself in front of the...
Lowe's had another mare?
Yeah, but should the passer have passed the ball?
Kurt Moran.
Yeah,
it's a forward pass.
Yeah, that's as poor as you get. And actually, they're now asking for the Dragons to score here. So it's a big set of 6 for the Titans. This could be the game right here, right now, Q.
They take it left side, 20 out, the Dragons win the scrum. Pass the right in centre field, Atkinson beats it to Gula, and Emre Gula crashes to deck. Under a 2-man tackle, 18 metres out, St George Illawarra 14, Gold Coast 12 to the left. Flanagan gives it to Gutherson. Gutherson holds the defence at an arm's length, but then the ball is wrapped up, and Gutho has to play it. 12 in from the left-hand side, and 15 from the Titans line. Fed 1-man infield to Leilua. Campbell gets his legs, Fodawaker finishes up top. Leilua will play it only 8 metres from the Titans line. Slow play the ball. Little passes right. It's dummied and then given by Flanagan to Atkinson, who pops it up for the inside line of Holmes. 6 more coming up for the Dragons. Holmes is tackled. Holmes is tackled.
There's going to be trouble now for the Titans.
And that is a warning bell. Let alone the ping-ping here for the Titans fans. Cook to the left, through Flanagan to Gutherson, onto Leilua left edge. Jojo Fafita gets him and takes him down. And Leilua will play the ball 5 in from touch and 7 from the goal line. Swept infield by Tui Palatu. Through Flanagan to the straightening run of Stewart. Runs straight into the defence. Oh, missed. Oh, did he stuff up to play the ball? No, he held onto it. Oh, now it's dropped though by Flanagan, who received 1 man to the right of the ruck. Need I remind our listeners that both teams are looking for their first win of the season.
And they're desperation stakes. They're challenging this. It does seem to go backwards, Zano. What do you reckon?
Well, I reckon there was a knock-on in the play the ball. I hope they go there first.
No, well, I was about to call it Zane, but I think he did control it. And then, he's dropped that, Atkinson. Flanagan, sorry.
Are you saying that with confidence?
No.
Well, if Kenny's was a knock-on in the first half, that's a knock-on.
Kyle Flanagan's left hand is at the back of the ball. As he spins, he now is pulling it towards the opponent's dead ball line. This is a knock-on. Challenge is unsuccessful.
Adam G gives you the adjudication.
Well described. That's well described.
Yes.
But you just don't have any confidence in what you're going to hear them say.
Correct.
But anyway, let's move along.
22 minutes left in the game. 14-12 to the Dragons. Earlier today, if you missed it, Sharks 34, Raiders 22. I'm Quentin Hull alongside Billy Moore and Zane Bozak. The closing stages of round 4 here on ABC Sport.
Well, 22 minutes to go, Q. Anything can happen in this game.
There's a lot to be told here in the 22 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday night with us. This time next week, we'll be in the midst of the long weekend. Oh, gee, Fayamani nearly dropped the ball right edge there for the Titans. Had a fumble but recaught it before knocking it on. Fayamani plays it on the 30. And now Ilias is in at dummy half. Oh, no, that's not Ilias. Who's that? Oh, that's young Pasco. He's there with the headband on, Zano. That's what he looks like, old-fashioned. As he feeds to the right-hand side. Ho with a good run. That's 8 and 9 post-contact meters.
Great run.
He's getting better the longer the game goes. After Maho plays the ball there to Fafita. Give it to Campbell on halfway. Pops it up for Tino. We haven't seen for a while. Fasua Mala'awi's back out there. The alpha for the Titans. Plays at 41 out last play. Given blindside by Pasco to Campbell. High kick from Jaden Campbell at the end of the set. Gutterson catches and gets drilled by Jojo Fafita and loses the ball. Knock on Gutterson.
He's done some big plays, Jojo Fafita, in this second half, and none more important than that tackle. He timed it perfectly, Zano, and as soon as Gutho caught it, he's nailed him straight in the midriff, come up with a drop ball. Now the shoe's on the other foot. With a scrum 10 out, can the Dragons defend their mistakes?
Well, I tell you what, I know that they've dropped Max Fine and they brought in, or Spear Guy should say, and they brought in Brimson into the left centre position. Jojo Fafita was going nowhere. He is playing out of his skin in that right centre position. He needs to see more ball too. And Fayamani, the winger, comes in as the halfback for the scrummy queue.
So it's taken off the back by Pasco. Given to Elias, pops it up for Fodawaker, who takes stopping. Stewart and Cook stop him. 8 metres out centre field. Pasco dummies and straightens himself, but he can't get through. Oliver Pasco, 3 from the goal line, plays the ball to Campbell. Pass left for Elias. Steps off his left, steps again, bouncing around, but can't get through. And Suar drags him to deck in company with Little. Titans are 11 metres out. Pasco at dummy half, passes right for Moran, flat ball to Tino, 4 around Fasua Mala'awi to stop him, 10 to the right of the uprights and 4 metres from the goal line. Dragons lead by 2, 6 more Titans. Pasco flat ball, try to send Ho through on the edge, but good defence there to stop him from Flanagan, only a couple of metres out. Now Pasco passes left and centre field for Moran, on the 10 he straightens, taken down though by Gula and Little and also Stewart. He'll play at 7 metres from the goal line. Pasco back to the right. Jaden Campbell dancing, jiving. He loses it out the back. Cleaned up by Pasco. Play on. Pasco gets through a tackle. Pasco stopped by Leilua and Gutherson a metre from the goal line. There's a Dragon down in back play. And the referee blows it. And I think he's knocked out.
He's out cold, I think. You're right.
It's Flanagan.
And Tino's screaming because he reckons he would have scored.
Well, just as play was stopped, there was a Titans player going into the in goal who I must admit I took my eye off because I wanted to work out who the fallen Dragon was.
Yeah,
so it was Tino.
And he's saying he would have scored because there was the fallen Dragon.
It's a head clash.
I was about to say, and I think it's a serious incident, so I can understand the Titans being upset, but I think this is the right decision by the referee. You couldn't allow him to stay in the play the way he's prone there at the moment, Cole Flanagan.
Yeah, friendly fire. He ran into the head of a fellow Dragon as they were coming together to try and make a tackle. He's been rolled onto his back and the trainer is there just isolating his neck to ensure that there's no damage there, no movement. Here comes the Medicab. And obviously concern for Dad, let alone coach.
Yeah, 100%.
Up in the box.
Mainly from Dad, I'd say.
Yeah. So 19 minutes and 9 seconds remain in the game.
It's on a knife's edge, isn't it?
Yeah. 14-12 is the scoreline. Quentin Hull, Billy Moore and Zane Bozak with you. And Kyle Flanagan is
know some Texans have said it's a bludger of a game. Down here on the sideline, I'm actually enjoying it, guys. I mean, the two teams of equal ability. Hey, the second last playing last, but I'm enjoying the contest. I think both teams know they can win, and they're hungry for their first win, and they're doing everything they can to win. Unfortunately, some of that means there's some drop balls and some high tackles and some bad errors.
I couldn't agree with you more, Zano, and that's why the next 19 minutes is so important in the context of this season for both these sides, is just to actually give themselves confidence going into round 5 that what they're doing is on the right path. Because when you're 0-3, you're starting to self-guess a little bit, Q, going, are we doing what's right? Why haven't we come up with anything? So I think for both sides' confidence going forward in the next month of the season, this game, this next 90 minutes is crucial.
It's more so exacerbated, though, for St George Illawarra, because this is the third season under Shane Flanagan. You can sort of maybe understand first year under a new coach, Josh Hannay, that the Titans might be at least being sold hope that, you know, we're sort of doing a few new things.
Can you see something new? We're feeling our way through it, and hopefully we're going to build, but you're right. Third year in, you're sort of at the point where, hey, deliver.
Yeah. This is a premiership winning coach we're talking about here. But unfortunately at the moment his son and Dragons playmaker Kyle Flanagan is on his back, having had a nasty head clash with a teammate. And the Medicab is out there with him.
They're taking every precaution, Q. All of the medical staff are down on their haunches, ready to lift this stretcher. They've tried to keep him as still as possible. We haven't had any indication that he's conscious, but I'm hoping that he is. But I can tell you that he will be replaced, and it's going to be Jacob Cullen Ahu who's coming on.
And that'll be the last of the 4 activated for St George Illawarra. So Alan Gahu, the 19-year-old, that problem with his appendix late last year. Very talented young player. During the finals when he was, I think, going to have a big role in the New South Wales Cup, Alan Gahu. So Zane's on to that. Phil Sami's limping onto the field. He doesn't look like he's 100% either, Phil Sami.
He's holding his leg a little bit earlier on in the second half, but getting carried off. The key for mine now is, Zano, these players have had a good couple of minutes to cool down. The tide's on attack, so can the Dragons switch on? Because whoever jumps out of the blocks quickest now, it's going to make a huge difference.
So was a dud, Zano?
No, because he did have the card in his hand, and then they've now switched it, and now they're going to have King Tongia come on in place. And that makes more sense, because you would have thought, why would they be replacing a 5'8" with a forward, so they've got a 5'8" coming on.
So Alan Gahu was going to come on.
And he was standing there ready to come on with the HIA card in his hand, and now they've gone King Tongia.
Pulled the switch, so King Tongia's gone out there. So Flanagan has been lifted onto the stretcher, and he's sort of waving his fist in the air, I think. Yeah, he's getting clapped from the field. He's conscious. He's moving his hands. And let's hope that he is okay.
They're panning up to the box. You can see Dad is watching intently.
Well, outside of that, that's definitely Cat 1 as well. Oh, what? Gee whiz, the cart was 20 metres from the touchline on the western side, and Oliver Pascoe wanted to take the tack.
Trying to get the bit, mate. They know that this next couple of tackles.
Kyle just put his hand up, guys. He's conscious, and he's just saying, just give the thumbs up, and he's okay.
I can't believe that they even thought of starting play then. Anyway, Flanagan up the race, game back underway. Fodawaker with the ball. Titans on the attack, 8 metres out, 19 minutes to go. Dragons lead by 2. Here is Elias with the football. Furmore drops the ball on the inside line, which was mucked up anyway because Tino had run an obstruction line. That was an absolute dog's breakfast on the left edge from the Titans.
Yeah,
and that's being mean to dogs.
And breakfast. But you just see the stoppage didn't help them at all. And as I said, whoever's ever going to come out of the blocks after that stoppage is going to be important in the context of winning this game.
2,241 in attendance. That looks so disorganised.
Yeah, it was poor.
Anyway,
Are they wearing helmets, Kip?
the dogs. Leilua's got the ball up to the 30 for the Dragons. Little's in a dummy half now, giving it to Tui Polatu, who charges forward, and he's slammed on his back. About 12 metres from the halfway line. In gorgeous Sunday night conditions here on ABC Sport, Emre Gula takes St George Illawarra down the middle third, and Gula still stands with three defenders around him, and eventually crumbles to deck as Ref Kennedy says held. Gula, the X-rated player for the Dragons, on halfway. Laurie receives one man to the right of the ruck. Blake Laurie, 7 on the game. Put on his back. 43 metres from the Titans line. Last play of the set here for St George Illawarra. Give it to Atkinson, who puts a high, deep kick downfield. Kinney waits, catches. Tackled immediately by Holmes, but he's done his job there, Kinney, to defuse the bomb. And the Titans have the ball 10 from their own line as Brimson feeds Sami on the inside line. Sami up to the 20. 20 in from touch on the western side when tackled there by Stewart. Now Brimson decides to have a run himself. AJ's about midway goal line and halfway when tackled by the Dragons defence. Plays it there to Pascoe. The 26-year-old on debut. Gives it down the middle third on. Nice little offload there in second phase. Good work from Cleese Haas to keep it going. It allows another 10 metres gain down the right edge on the run there of Randall. Played to Pascoe. Give it to Campbell. Campbell hits it with speed but got dragged down on a 10-metre run. He's 45 out in the right. Last play here for the Titans as Elias puts up a spiral bomb. It's going to bounce which way? It bounces backwards towards Fermor. Fermor's got it. He's got no momentum though and has tackled. Got the pass way. Oh, it was at the feet of Tino. He fumbled it anyway.
Yeah, the outcome of that wasn't brilliant. Not a bad set of 6. Good kick. And they let the ball bounce, the Dragons, and they're lucky with that outcome. But the Tides, in the next 16 minutes, they've got to go error-free to give themselves a chance to win this game.
14-12 to the Dragons. Both teams looking for their first wins of 2026. And George Illawarra's got the ball. 15 metres in from touch on the left and 15 from halfway on the carry from Tui Polatu. He plays it on to Little, and again, now it's Leilua going forward. Those two seem to be close, doing a lot of work together.
Yeah, 1-2, you're right.
Tui Polatu and Leilua both have got the thigh guard and both have got the long ponytail out the back. Now it's Jaden Su almost ran an obstruction line. He stops and takes the tackle a metre inside Dragons territory. Middle of the park for Little, directs it off his left shoulder to Laurie. 1 out run from the big Dragons prop. 20 in from the left and 41 out when stopped. Last place in George Illawarra, a long way from home. Atkinson puts up a bomb. It'll come down 15 out. Kinney catches that one too. He scored the last couple. He's immediately tackled. And the Titans start this set 15 from their own line.
Yeah, they're raining pressure down on the young fullback from the Titans, Kinney. He was up to the task there, but you've got your sort of hand in your mouth every time you watch him go underneath the high ball. So it was good that he was able to come up with the ball in that set of 6.
Sami over the 30. Phil Sami, good run too. Post-contact meters, 6 or 7 of them, up to the 40. 10 inside his own half, Phil Sami, as he plays it there to Pascoe. Right in centre field, gives to his skipper. Fasul Malaawi with 3 around him. Tino crashes to deck. On halfway, that's 5. Last play for Gold Coast here. Jaden Campbell puts up a bomb. It's pretty shallow. It'll come down about 25 out. Knocked on by the Dragons, I thought.
Yeah, it's just
it's gone straight into a guy who was offside, and the referee let it go.
Yeah,
is that the way you saw it, Zano?
Yeah, and they got no challenges left. You could just see they wanted to, but they had none left. The Dragons benefit there.
That's one for the visitors as they get to halfway on a nice little scoot and jinking run there from Buchanan. Now down the middle third, Leilua. Another good run for the Dragons. 32 metres out from the Titans line. 14 minutes to go. It's still 14-12 in favour of St George Illawarra. One man to the right of the ruck and another 7 or 8 metres upfield on the carry of Stewart. Stewart to his feet to play it. 25 out. Played to Little. Given left there through Atkinson. King Tongi out of Gutherson left edge. Pass goes to Buchanan and He's tackled. That was the last handover. They ran it and they die with the ball.
And Kenny was out of position there. He raced across behind the line. That was a poor option in the end by the Dragons. They should have put it on the toe. Repeat set of the 6. They're up by 2. Scored ball pressure. And with the number of errors the Titans are making, they just need to play down this out of the park, the Dragons.
Todd from Wollongong asked that crowd figure again. 12,241, Todd. Thanks for your message on 0467 920 222. Titans working their up field. Elias with a dummy and straight. No, he looked for an offload. No one was there. And then dropped the ball as he went to ground. Picked up by Atkinson for the Dragons, who runs laterally and gives it to Leilua, who's staring at them, running laterally. So Jaden Campbell tackles him. And Leilua will play the ball. Elias almost through the hole there, but he drops the ball now to Ipol Agula. Down a straightening run, Emre Gula. 33 metres from the Titans line. 12 and a half minutes left. Dragons score next. They'll be hard to stop. King Tongia left edge. Oh, he's lost the ball. On a strong tackle from Adamaho. Picked up by Kinney. Kinney's immediately tackled.
I said, if the Titans go error-free for the rest of this game, just go error-free for 3 sets of 6. That's all you need. Just do something.
I think since you said error-free, we've had 2 errors from the Titans and 1 from the Dragons.
Sorry to our listeners, I've jinxed the game.
This is a game which is not really... It could be described with such words, Billy. You'll have to look for something else in your rugby dictionary. Right side, Jaden Campbell. Tackled 45 out. I reckon JC's got a game-breaking move in him. We'll wait and see. Now to the shift to the left. Dummy and straighten from Elias. Offload is good. That time to Kinney. Leaps over the tacklers. Takes the tackle. Got it back to Brimson. Brimson passes left edge to Sami, who's on the 20. Defence comes. He beats 1. Can't beat the second. And Sami goes to deck, clutching his right knee. He's hurt himself, or his ankle it is. Zane Bojack on the touchline.
Yeah, he's reached straight for that right ankle cue, and he has had some problems already today. He's also had a bit of cramp. He's been really struggling with that right leg. And I think actually, I don't know, is it cramp or is it ankle?
No,
that ankle's been twisted underneath, so...
he reaches in pain, doesn't he, Zano?
He's looking to get up, but they've lost all momentum now. I think they're going to do a quick strap drop.
So I'm going to text you, Neil, saying he's a bit with you, Zano. He says on the text, it's funny how the match between the 2 bottom teams on the ladder has turned out to be one of the best of the round. Yeah, certainly from an entertainment point of view, and it's close.
Closeness, that's where it's been good about it.
14-12, and desperation too.
Well, that's a good word too.
These 2 teams, winless through the opening 3 weeks. Titans have got the Broncos here next Saturday night. Dragons host North Queensland at Cogra.
If you have a look at both teams as they still continue to strap up Phillip Sami, the Gold Coast led Dolphins 14-0. They led North Queensland 10-6. The Dragons led the Dogs 14-12. They led the Storm 2018. They led the Eels 24-20. They could have had wins, and we see on report. So on report for Daniel Atkinson.
Is it a penalty?
For a hip drop, was it?
Yeah. There's not a penalty off the back of that. No?
Yes, it is a penalty. Now, Brimson is looking. Everyone's looking, what? He's looking infield. He's looking to the touchline. 2 will go. No, they decide to tap it. They're not going to take the 2. So Tino has a rumble. They're rolling the dice here on the coast, the Titans. It was only 20 metres out. The angle was tough, but they don't opt for the levelling 2. They opt for the go-ahead try if they can get it. As Cleese Haas takes the ball to within 9 metres of the Dragons line. 5 to the right of the uprights. Bold move here for the Titans. Does it pay off? Pascoe passes left for Campbell. Back to the right. He gives it on to Randall. Spins into the defence. And Chris Randall's tackled. Wavy fisty. There's the ping. Another set for the Titans. Kinney on the right. Dances past 1. Chucks it out the back to Pascoe. Pascoe's tackled by Little. Right edge. 5 out. Dummy half penalty. Ankle grab here. Well,
are they going to take the 2?
They've sort of... The die's cast, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to take it, surely.
They are going to take the 2. Well, why now and not before?
Well, you know what happened before? They were asking the bench, and because it wasn't a penalty called originally, they couldn't get the message down quick enough because it came back 2, and they'd already taken the tap. This time, it got out there quicker.
And it's a bit of an easier shot too, Zano, I suppose, but you hold your breath. the closeness and desperation, the two things you talked about as is reigning true. The quality's not there, let's be honest, but it's still exciting.
All right, Steve Murphy, he got the message out. Oh, it's the two, go for the two boys, and AJ Brimson's already taken the tap.
So Jaden Campbell will kick for penalty goal with 10 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. And St George Illawarra leading 14-12. NRL Sunday on ABC Sport. Quentin Hull, Billy Moore and Zane Bojack bringing you this. It's a macabre entertainment, this. It's rugby league entertainment, but far from the top draw. But that being said, it's very entertaining.
And no one's leaving.
And Jaden Campbell can level it up. He approaches, he strikes. It's 14-all. Penalty goal to Campbell. He's kicked 3 from 3 on the day. And we've got 9 minutes and 33 seconds left. And it's 14-all here at Robina on the SMS. It doesn't matter where you are, you can enjoy the footy. Thanks to Frank from G-Bung who texts, Sunday Arvo cooking tea, having a cold drink, listening to you blokes while the family watch the Hannah Montana reunion show. I'm loving it. It's rugby league desperation at its best. Good on you, Frank. Let the family watch Miley Cyrus and listen to us here. Because whoever loses is going to feel like a wrecking ball.
I think whoever loses is going to think, I think we let that slip. And the error rate's been horrendous. Penalty rate's been very poor. But it's thoroughly entertaining. And this last 9 and a bit minutes is going to be thoroughly exciting to watch.
You're always going to go with the climb. Hannah Montana, one of the famous songs by Miley in that role. And, of course, a big climb here for either side. They desperately want those 2 points, but they've got to finish. And either side's been good at doing that this year.
Gutherson with the kick-off, caught by Kinney. Give it to Haas. Haas runs to the 10-metre line at the southern end. Titans have got the ball off that levelling penalty goal, and it's 14-all. Gold Coast, can they keep the ball in their own hands and get to the kick here, Billy?
That's not as easy as it sounds.
No. And it's only about even money, I reckon. Tino over the 20. He's tackled. Fasul Malaawi, 22 from the line. He's defending. Plays the ball to Pascoe, the 26-year-old on debut. Gives the pass to Kinney. Dummy straight and gets tackled. Put down. 32 out from his own line. Plays the ball to Pascoe. Given to Randall. Put on his butt. 40 from halfway. So now they've just got to get to the kick, and they've got through the set, Billy. And they do. Jaden Campbell roosts it downfield from inside the 40. He kicks for distance. Caught by Gutherson. 10 from the Dragons line. Gutho over the 20 with a kick return. Stop midway goal line and halfway. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left. It's 14-all at Robina. NRL Sunday on ABC Sport as Jayton Su'ar, right side of the ruck, gains 7 or 8. Will play the ball 15 from halfway. Now blind side. A run there from Stewart. He's tackled. Nice tackle. Pascoe puts him down. 10 from halfway. Now to the middle third through the hands. It's given from Atkinson.
Tackle.
On to Su'ar, and it was Brimson around the ankles. Quick play the ball. Holmes jumps out of dummy half. Pinches a cheap dozen. Good run, Val Holmes. He's tackled on 5. 38 metres from the from the Titans line. Last play, Atkinson with the bomb. Kinney's underneath it. Kinney catches it in the swamp and takes the tackle. 10 from his own line. 7.5 to go.
I think we're so happy just to catch that ball, Kinney, because he had 3 Dragons bearing down on him. Bit of a call there for a high shot by Cook on Brimson, but not awarded.
Kinney jumps out of dummy half, beats one, takes a tackle, gets an offload to Sami. Sami gets going, but not too far. Phil Sami tackled by Damien Cook on the 30 at the Titans end of the park. Now, Elias is in at dummy half, feeding to Cleese Haas.
He's Haas, good, Haas.
Yeah, off the bench in his second stint. Tackle 10 from halfway, quick play the ball. Pascoe passes right, Tino gives it on. Campbell's ball puts out of Mahan. Through a hole, beats one, draws the ball back, dummies. Pulls away from Cook. Celebrates the ball planting. The go-ahead try. Ho, ho, ho. The Titans take the lead.
Oh, what a special moment for that right edge back rower. He's been head and shoulders above anybody on the park. For his lane, what he was supposed to do, he's done it to perfection all night. Absolutely brilliant run. Cut through that left edge of the Dragons for the second time tonight, and for the second time he then finishes off 15 metres out. He palms off Damien Cook, and you said, you're on my state, son, get off, get out of my way, and he's not going to be stopped. What great work, and the crowds erupted. There's only a small army here, 12 and a bit thousand, but they are so happy to finally see the Titans come up, which they still going to have to go in this game, but that zone might be enough to get them across the line.
Well, it's almost like Christmas on the Gold Coast. They're celebrating like it is. I can tell you the bench went absolutely berserk when Adamaho gave that dummy and then just pushed away for a cookie and went over. That's athleticism at its best right there. Second try of the season. They'll remember that one for a lot of years.
As Campbell converts from straight in front, and Gold Coast lead by 20 points to 14. There's 5 minutes and 37 seconds left in the game. And not only the audacity of the run, but
there's a dummy in there as well.
And he was lair-rising. He sort of put his hands out to say, how good's this, when he still had 5 metres to go.
Yeah, and
just really didn't drop it.
Like that first try, Hugh, that was brilliant because he did it virtually all himself. Once he cut through the line, he threw a dummy to beat the fullback. Then he beats off Cook. Yeah, that's really good work by the edge back row. That's startling, the word that comes to mind.
Well, they might have found one. 21 years of age, just his 12th game and a double tonight. Atamaho. The Dragons try the short kick off. And Gutherson has kicked it the perfect 10.1 metres.
And it's touched by the Gold Coast.
And it's taken a Titans touch over the touchline. Great kick from Gutherson. And the Dragons will get the ball here. It's not done yet.
So, no, it's not done. This game will go down to the last tackle, I reckon.
Strap yourself in. This is the Ravina roller coaster right here, Bill.
Golden Point, you ready to go?
I've got my tickets. I've got my value for money.
Golden Point, I reckon, here. We got 5 minutes left, and the Titans lead by 6. Dragons with the ball. Laurie first carried it within 35. Now right side shift. Atkinson gives it on to Holmes. Holmes has taken 10 in from touch on the right and 25 from the Titans line. He plays the ball there to Tyrell Sloan. Passes infield. Atkinson through the hands. Nice quick hands. King Tonga to Gutherson left edge. Onto Leilua. Leilua is taken by Fayamani. Good defence on the right edge from the young winger.
Fayamani just threw him to the ground like a rag doll. He's strong,
Past
Fayamani.
the right and centre field. King Tonga through the hands there of Stewart and onto Leilua. He chucks it out the back, cleaned up by Gutho. Pass to King Tonga back to the left edge. Leilua gives it on, and Buchanan has wrapped up 1-on-1.
Fayamani again.
Yep, he's done a good job. Dragons 10 in from the left, 15 out. They trail by 6 points. To the right, King Tonga through the hands to centre field. Atkinson to Gutherson. Right edge, give to Holmes. Holmes catch and give to Sloan. Defence shift. Sloan's taken. And a diving tackle by Sami. Terrell Sloan put to deck. 10 metres out in the right edge. Last play, Dragons. Atkinson puts a kick towards the goal line. It's in the air. Off the feet of Flew and knocked it on. I thought it's gone backwards according to the referee, and the Titans have got it.
I thought he was tackled in the air, Jojo Fafita.
Well, he leapt as if he was Gary Ablett Senior.
It was a brilliant jump.
Back in the day for Geelong, but no. He couldn't mark it. He knocked it backwards, and the Titans have cleaned it up. There's 3.5 to go, and the Titans have the ball, and they lead the game by 20 points to 14. Kinney with a run up to the 20. Plays the ball to Pascoe. Pascoe gives it to Haas. Another good run from Cleese Haas. Another dozen. It's been an important second shift from him. Ball played to Pascoe. Give it to Sami. Sami fends away from Atkinson. Tries to put the step on. Can't get past Sloan and Holmes, and they sandwich him. Sami plays it 8 inside Titans territory. Brimson feeds it infield to Campbell. Inside his 40. He kicks downfield, but kicks it straight to Gutherson. Catches it 12 from his own line. Runs over the 20. Up towards the 30. No, couldn't get there. Pushed back by a 3-man tackle. 2 minutes 56 seconds to go. Final thought from you, Bill, before we call it home.
The Titans' defence looks desperate. It looks desperate and is aiming up.
Out on the left edge, Buchanan may have taken a high tackle there. Referee says no. Fayamani again aggressive with his defence. Dragons have got it on there, 30. One man infield and forward goes Tui Pelotu to the 40. Now right in centre field. Stewart through the hands. Atkinson, Gutherson. On the edge, it's Holmes. Brimson's there to stop him. Near the NRL logo, Holmes has tackled. just attacking side of halfway. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. The Titans lead by 6. Both teams winless, and we're at the back end of round 4. Left edge shift. Leilua gets a pass away. Unfortunately for Buchanan, he slips over and slips into a tackle. He has to take the tackle. Last play, Dragons 42 out. Given to Atkinson, who puts up a bomb. Can Kenny catch it? Yes, he does. 15 from his own line, and he's taken by Laurie. There's a minute and 53 seconds left. Kenny plays the football. Given on to Fermor. Fermor rolls forward. Tackled midway goal line and halfway. We'll play the football there to Pascoe. Give it on to Kenny. Running energetically, but dragged down by the tackle of King Tongia. Just beyond the 30. Titans still in dangerous part of the field, even though they've got the lead and they've got the ball. Forward goes Randall. Tackled 8 from halfway. 90 seconds and counting. Titans lead 20 to 14. Here's the skipper. Tina goes forward. Fasua Malaawi brought to deck right on halfway. That's 5, says referee Kennedy. End of the set for the Titans. Campbell kicks high, kicks deep. Gutherson catches. 5 from his own line. Here's the last roll of the dice for the Dragons. Gutho gives it to Sloan, who's running laterally across the 10. And Sloan's going to be tackled. No, he gets it out the back. Desperate pass off. King Tonya's looking around. You've got to double it. He can't. It goes into the in-goal area. Atkinson gets it. Atkinson's tackled by Pascoe and Elias in the in-goal area. And that may be the winning play. Goal line to our Dragons with 46 seconds left.
That was a desperation I talked about by the Titans defence. The last 5 they've lifted.
Gutherson kicks and he kicked it out on the full instead of finding touch. No one was there, but he's kicked it out on the full from the dropout. And the Titans are going to win. Penalty to the Titans straight in front. And the desperation play at the end from the Dragons comes up north.
Gee, this crowd is not big, but it's loud and they're proud, and so they should be. It wasn't a pretty game, wasn't a great game, but the last 15 was totally built on desperation, and the Titans' defence, Zano, was brilliant. That last 8 or 9 minutes, that's as good as you could ever imagine.
Hooter sounds at Rabina, and it's the Titans' first win of the season.
And it's going to be Pascoe that takes the kick here, the debutant. Good things come in threes.
From right in front, on to Burr, he kicks the penalty goal. Gold Coast 22, St George Illawarra 14. The Dragons remain winless, and the Titans have come from 14-6 down to win it in front of 12,241 fans. 2 tries to Atamaho. Phil Sami scored as well. Campbell kicked all 3 conversions and a penalty goal. And Oliver Pascoe on debut kicked the last of the penalty goals. While for the Dragons, first half tries to Sloan and Cook. Holmes kicking both conversions. He kicked the penalty goal at the start of the second half, as mentioned, to take that scoreline out to 14-6. But the Titans have won it, and the Dragons remain the only winless team in the NRL through 4 rounds.
I thought it was profound that Oliver Pascoe took the conversion, so the penalty goals, and the game was obviously sealed off the back of it. But just the way the players went around him, that shows me the chemistry of the player group inside the Titans is very cohesive, and they're building something special. And we saw that at the very end of that game, where they lifted it all together.
Let's get down to Zane Bojack.
I'm down here with the try-scoring hero, a double tonight, Adama. Coming to this club, and of course he's left, but you're still here.
Yeah, he got me to the club when I was about 15, just during a South Coast trial. And then obviously, sort of fell off the rails a little bit. So he thought it was best I grow up and head over to England just to mature myself, I guess. And full credit to him, he's a good fella.
So here you are, new head coach. You were struggling to get a game under Des Hasler. What's the big difference? What has Josh Hannay instilled in your game that you're doing what you're doing, not just this week, but every week so far?
Probably just competing. Sometimes I'd fall in and out of games, but Josh, he's pushed me a lot. I'm not too sure, so he's just good. He's obviously helped me work on my repeat efforts, but yeah.
Well, how happy are you that you've helped contribute to his first win as a head coach in the NRL?
No, it's honestly full credit to the boys, JC, Phil. They've really helped me out this year, Brimo and all the boys. But no, yeah, it's good.
And talking about Brimo, he played exceptionally well out in that left centre position. Do you think he gives you a bit more threat in that position?
Brimo can probably play 1 to 7, so wherever he feels comfortable or wherever Josh feels he's comfortable for the team. So yeah, wherever.
All right, next week you take on the Brisbane Broncos. You ready for that back here in front of your home crowd?
Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, just focus on this game tonight, and we'll focus on that next week.
All right, really appreciate chatting to you, Artima. Congratulations, wonderful performance. Best of luck.
Thank you, mate.
We'll stay close, Zano. Zane Bojack down at ground level, and point of order has been put out on the text as well. I knew that as soon as I said it wasn't right. Manly's got 2 premiership points, but they haven't won a game because they got 2 points from a bye. So Manly is still winless as well. So yes, Dragons fans, sorry for that. Manly is in that category of winless teams, but of course the Dragons 0-4, Manly 0-3.
Yeah, and they've lost.
And they've lost a coach as well.
All 3 of those are at home, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I'll go through the ladder once we get the finish of the interviews here. Titans 22, Dragons 14 after earlier today. Cronulla Sutherland defeated Canberra by 34 points to 22. Thanks from the gear steward, plenty of text throughout it. He got motion sickness listening to that game, right on cue. An exceptional backup from the Hollywood team. Yeah, Billy and Zane, my Hollywood combo. Let's get down to Zano.
I'm down here with Oliver Pascoe. You were about to bolt and grab your family. I really appreciate you chatting to us. What about that, mate? Not only getting a debut, but getting some points in your first match as well.
Yeah, no, it's unreal. To be back home in front of our crowd, and our fans are always here for us, so to get the win for them, yeah, it means everything.
When did you know you were going to make your debut this week?
I think it was midweek. Josh let me know, so I was just trying to stay as calm and as cool as I could, and just soak the weekend, and yeah.
We spoke to Artima Ho, who said he's had a learning process, a maturing process. He's only 21 years of age. You're 26, making your debut. What have you learnt in the Queensland Cup and playing in Warhope and Port Macquarie that's allowed you to get here?
Probably just to back yourself. Continue to back yourself. You know, it's been a long journey. I've been around a bit, and yeah, like you said, I'm 26, but stuck with it. So yeah, you never know when you're going to get your chance.
All right, and now that you've had a chance, you put in some good tackles there as well. Do you feel like you're ready to take on this journey with the Titans?
Yeah, 100%. Whatever Josh wants, I'll be ready. So yeah.
All right, well, best of luck against the Broncos. I'll let you go over and celebrate with your family.
Mate, appreciate it.
Oliver Pascoe, one of those good rugby league stories, and Zano's always on the case.
That's a fantastic story, not just good. In fact, he's played in the bush, and he's journeyman at 26. I love those stories because it just shows you that all he ever wanted to do was to live his dream, and it just the fact it's come so late. But 26, you almost think with
but still a young man though. You'd have to. I think it's probably still the one, and we're going to see it more with your mob coming in and the PNG Chiefs
as you expand.
Yeah, as the league needs to find talent, we'll see more of those stories. Back to Zano with Val Holmes.
I'm down here with Val Holmes. What about the battle between you and AJ Brimson tonight? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, no, it's good. I feel like every time I play the Titans, I'm always up against AJ, so it's always a good battle out there on the edge. Even with Phil Sammy and both Fernwood, we've got a strong edge out there, so it was a good handful for our right edge.
Yeah, and look, you got the first blow by getting Tyrell over, and then Sami takes the intercept. What did you think at half time? Because apart from that intercept, you guys were really strong in defence, Val. Why are you guys falling over in the last 20 minutes? I mentioned you led the Dogs, you led the Storm. Last week you could have got away with a win against Parramatta. What's wrong in that last 20 minutes?
That's Mickey. How you going, mate? Yeah, the last 20 minutes, I don't know. I don't even want to really have a point on that at the moment because it's obviously happening, but I don't know. I feel like we're obviously in it. We're ahead. And then we probably try and close the game out rather than trying to keep playing footy. So it's one thing we spoke about. Obviously, just sticking to our game plan, which I felt like we did. But we've had a couple of unforced errors in their half, which obviously give a team like that kind of any ball. You get those elusive outside backs that can just run your middles dry. So I thought their right edge back row played well for them. So
Yeah, he was exceptional tonight, Ho, that's for sure. I want to ask about your six and Kyle Flanagan. Seeing him go down, how much did that affect the side? I know Lycan King Tonning is a good 5'8", but there's the difference between a starting player and someone who's coming off the bench, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously Lycan hadn't trained with us, this week, and he is half, and he does train, against us for the cup team. But to come on like that in a game like this, when the scoreboard is obviously level, and it is pretty, I don't want to see anyone being carted off because it's obviously very serious, and it's a neck, and he had a bit of, claret coming from the head. So we'll find out, how serious it is. But for Lycan, I thought, he did a good job coming on. It's just, us as a team probably try to force our hand a bit too much.
You're playing against your former club next week. You're desperate to get a win. What do you got to do right against the Cowboys to make sure you get the 2 points?
Probably hold the ball. I'm not sure how many errors we had, but I don't know. We can score points. It's just we tend to get a bit too excited, I think is the word. And, obviously with my intercept, because I put Sony away, I probably thought I could do it again. So I just wanted to try and feed him some ball. And, these are good wingers these days. They can read the pass and intercept it. So that's what I'm talking about, forcing my hand. And I probably should have just held it and ran myself. So things got to work on. We've obviously got to go back to the drawing board, get some video. And, they had a good win yesterday against Melbourne, so they'll be up for it.
All right, we really appreciate chatting to you, Val. Bad luck on the result. Best of luck against the Cows next week.
All right, thank you.
Good on you, Zane, and always great to hear from Valentine Holmes. Titans 22, Dragons 14. So the premiership ladder looks like this after 4 rounds. Penrith 4-0 on top. Then the Warriors 3 wins, 1 loss. West Tigers 2 wins, 1 loss with the 2 extra points for the bye. Then Knights 3-1. Souths 2-1 with 2 extra points for the bye. Bulldogs also 2-1, 2 extra points for the bye. And Melbourne 2-1, 2 extra points for the bye. The top 8 sealed off by the Dolphins 2-2. Then outside the 8, Cronulla 2-2, Brisbane 2-2, Roosters 2-2, Parramatta 2-2. North Queensland and Manly have both had a bye. Cowboys 1-2. Manly, they haven't won a game, but they're 4 rungs from the bottom because they've got 2 points because of their bye. But they're 0-3. And Canberra 1-3, Gold Coast 1-3, and the Dragons at the foot of the table are the only team winless through 4 games. There is only one other winless team, and that is Manly, who have played only the 3 games. So before we get Billy Moore's 3-2-1 on this game here, where the Titans have beaten the Dragons 22-14, a chance to remind you, if you missed what happened in Canberra earlier today, it was a repeat of a Week 2 finals matchup between the Dragons, the Sharks and the Raiders. Here's Luke Lewis with Andrew Moore.
Quentin, it was a really good win for Cronulla Sutherland, and it looked like it was in peril. They had led 12-0 after only 8 minutes, with tries scored early by Teague Wilton and KL Iro, with Corey Horsburgh in the sin bin for a blatant professional foul in the 4th minute. They led at halftime 18-12 as the Raiders fought back with tries to Kyo Weeks and Hudson Young, and they got back to 22 all, and at that stage, when Xavier Savage scored the most brilliant individual try, it looked like Canberra was going to have too much left in the tank for Cronulla. But the Raiders started making mistakes. The Sharks' pressure in defence was too much, and then they ended up scoring through Will Kennedy and Jesse Colquhoun late to get that 12-point win, 34 points to 12, with Nico Hines 5 goals from 17 attempts. The crowd here 17,457, and considering their last couple of games, Luke Lewis, that's a really impressive fight back by the Sharks today.
Yeah, absolutely. They needed it, and they had to come here to Canberra in front of a big crowd, and they did a good job. They started off really, really well, and a couple of little mishaps here and let the Canberra Raiders back into the game, but the Canberra Raiders, they had plenty of opportunities. I reckon they'll be kicking themselves this afternoon, looking back on that game with a couple of opportunities that they did bomb. But I thought Cronulla did everything they possibly could to get the win, and they did get the W that they needed.
In the pre-game show, you declared Adam Fanua-Blake still one of the top 3 front rowers in the comp, despite a sluggish start to the season. It wasn't sluggish today, was it?
No, definitely not. He ran over 200-plus metres, but I thought when he plays well, Blake Barty plays well, and he was really good out of dummy half as well this afternoon, Blake. But I just thought Adam Fanua-Blake, he laid the platform platform. He got him on the front foot. When he went off, you could see that little bit of a difference, but when he come back on for that second stint, he got him back onto the front foot, and then they started to dominate the back end of that game as well.
Worried about Canberra? That one win from 4 games, the minor premiers from a year ago?
Yeah, a little bit. I still feel like they're trying to find their right halves combination. Obviously, the two Ethans haven't played a heap together in first grade just yet. I think that's going to take a little bit of time, and they are missing Jamal Fogarty just a little bit with his leadership and his kicking game in the middle of the field.
All right, good job, Louis. I'll see you at Easter, mate, on Good Friday for South and Canterbury. So the score 34-22, Cronulla beat Canberra, and the ABC Player of the Year points queue, 3 to Adam Fanua-Blake, 2 to Sharks 5'8", Braden Trindle, and 1 to Canberra centre, Simi Sasaki.
Thank you, Andrew, which means the only votes we need to get for the round are Billy's votes here at Robina, with the Titans defeating the Dragons 22 points to 14. William, hope you enjoyed the ride. How'd you go with your votes in the end?
Oh, I got value for money on my roller coaster ticket ride. It was brilliant. I loved it. Adam Ho, right edge back rower, 2 tries. 163 metres, 32 tackles, 8 tackle breaks, 21. He's a revelation. Watch this kid grow and grow. 2 to Jaden Campbell, try assist, kick for over 400 metres. When he took the ball to the line, he was so dangerous, and I just love it when he runs. And it's probably, he's Mitchell Moses-esque in the fact his speed is so dangerous, he can catch people out. And Luciano Leilua, edge back rower, 200 metres, 20 carries. He and Jaden Sewer, they are 2 powerful edge back rowers. It was, I have to say, technically one of the least impressive games you want to see, but the outcome, the theatre, the excitement, and in the end it was desperation. The desperation of the Titans' defence the last 10, I thought that was brilliant, and that to me is a little light bulb moment there for the team, that's saying the young coach is triggering something inside the player group.
Well, where to now for the Dragons? I'll tell you, they go to Cogra to play North Queensland next week, so we wait and see how that rolls out. Let's quickly take you through the fixtures for the Easter weekend. It starts on Thursday, where the Dolphins go to their spiritual home at Redcliffe, and they take on Manly. Boy, that'll be something, with Kieran Foran, the interim coach, in charge there. The Friday night doubleheader, well, it's a different doubleheader because it's the afternoon traditional game on Good Friday. South Sydney and Canterbury Bankstown. Hope they get 60,000 plus at Stadium Australia.
That'll be a rip-up.
Then, you think that's good? Penrith v Melbourne after that.
Oh.
Wow, at Western Sydney Stadium.
Is Penrith start as good as you can remember?
Well, it's pretty good, yeah, but it's only 4 weeks. Dragons v North Queensland, as I said. Then Gold Coast here against Brisbane, 2 games on Saturday. Sunday, Cronulla v Warriors at Shark Park, back to the afternoon slot before the 4 o'clock/3 o'clock game, Knights v Raiders. And then Easter Monday, as has always been the case of recent times, Parramatta v the Tigers. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Brad Talon here. Zane Bojak, Peter Scott, Nelly back in the studio. Thank you for your company throughout this round 4 of the footy. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll be back on Thursday.
Now Brayley goes left, Trindle, short ball away to Teague Wilton, and he goes over to score a very soft try against 12 Canberra Raiders with Corey Horsburgh in the bin. 4 minutes, 10 gone, try to Wilton, and Cronulla Sutherland scores first. Played on the last, short side left to Trindle, he goes out the back to Kennedy, short ball away to KL Hero, through a massive gap. He's over to score. 2 tries for Cronulla in 7.5 minutes. There's a break down the right wing. It's Canberra Savage. He gets the ball back on the inside to Kyo Weeks. He's going to race away and score a magnificent long-distance try for Canberra. What a way to bounce back. Tackled a metre out last play. Canberra now. Starling, short side left to Kyo Weeks. Fights a beautiful pass over the top to Tamale, and he's over to score the try. Canberra gets to it in 2. Last tackle now for Cronulla Sutherland. Brayley goes left to Trindle, and up goes the kick from 40 metres out. Down to the northwest corner, up they go. Savage has lost it. Coming down with a Cronulla. Knocked back though, says the referee. Brayley away to Stone Street. He drives over to score. He's saying that the ball was not back by Cronulla, and Sam Stone Street scores from a loose ball on the deck. Steps back to the right, offloads to Noah Martin. Flat-footed start. He goes without a touch by Cronulla. Picked up by Sasungi away. Now Xavier Savage. He accelerates. Oh, action. Last tackle, Cronulla. Brayley looks to the left, finds Trindle, runs to the defensive line, off floats to Kennedy, through a huge gap, cracks it through Kaya Weeks to score. Couple of Raiders down in back place, Sungy and Starling, and it's a try to Cronulla. Will Kennedy gets the try. Siren sounds, and the Sharkies win.
Leilua plays it. Cook passes right in centre field. Through Selle. On to Flanagan. Quick hands. Holmes to the edge. Gives it to Sloan. Welcome back, Tyrell Sloan, as he goes over in the right corner for the Dragons. And they get the opening try after 3.5 minutes. Dragons to the right. Cook gives the pass. Flanagan through Gustafson. Hands to Holmes. Intercept Phil Sami. He took 2 grabs at it. Now he's just going to run 90 metres. And even if you're Lockie Kennedy, even if you're Gowker, you're not running him down from there. Phil Sami goes 90. And the now Titan-to-be soon Dragon scores first for the Titans tonight against the Dragons.
Is that roller coaster you were talking about?
Mate, this is just the first of many turns. Welcome to Rabina. Remsen, 30 out on his run. Titans on the attack to the right. Vi gives it to Campbell. He puts out of the hole, through a hole, steps on his right. Ho's going to score. A piece of magic on the right edge from Otama Ho. And the Titans are back in it. Tackle set from halfway, quick play the ball. Pascoe passes right. Tino gives it on. Campbell's ball puts out of the hole, through a hole, beats one, draws the ball back, dummies. Pulls away from Cook. Celebrates the ball planting. The go-ahead try. Ho, ho, ho. The Titans take the lead. Gold Coast 22. St George Illawarra 14. The Dragons remain winless. And the Titans have come from 14-6 down to win it in front of 12,241 fans.
Who will win the AI race? Has gambling become our national sport?
Questions. They've never been more important. So the one thing we'll never question is our duty to keep asking. ABC News. Keep asking.
ABC Sports Digital Radio. Your home of BBC Stumped.
First ball.
Tremendous catch, tumbling forward. From the BBC World Service, in association with ABC and Akashvani, this is Stumped. Hello and welcome to Stumped, your intercontinental hit of news, features and debate from the quirky world of cricket. I'm Eleanor Oldroyd in London, where we're just about a week away from the start of the new domestic cricket season, which means that, of course, we've had hail, we've had wind, we've had rain, and we've also had a full review of England's men's test cricket team, which we'll get into a little bit later on in the programme.
Hello, Jim Maxwell from Sydney. Summer's trying to come to an end. It's helped by a bit of rain, but it's still nice and warm. So let's hope we get another week so we can get through the Shield final.
Summer's just trying to get in Bangalore. This is Charu Sharma for Akashvani. It's very, very hot, but a bit of a breeze to provide some respite. But of course, Bangalore is now in the middle of everything. Center of the universe, one might say. What with the IPL just round the corner?
Well, we'll talk more about the continued fallout from the Ashes, which feels like ages ago that you and I were there together, Jim. But from an England perspective, lots to talk about this week. But first, as Charu mentioned, it is that time of the year again. The IPL returns this week for its 19th